Finally, you arrived, courier. You witness the history you see before you. For I will rant about the bull and the bear. This intro screen. History dictates that I've spent 5 years developing this intro screen. Definitely not 10 seconds worth of.
Alright, that's enough of that. Yeah. 10-minute speech about a bull and a bear. Anyways, hello! Greetings, salutations, everybody, to another stream of Fallout New Vegas Randomizer with mods, of course. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week so far. I keep forgetting it's a Tuesday. It just feels like a Monday to me, but yeah. I'm thankfully waking up with coffee. It's been helping out a bit. Like, I've been skipping out and drinking in the morning before I go to work, which kind of helped out a bit, but yikes. Drove to court today. Oh, for jury duty? Or you don't? If you have, by the way, don't. If you don't want to give any details, feel free not. Like, I'm not forcing you to give everything away, but hopefully, it wasn't too much of a tedious time for you. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. If you have to go to court, I'm assuming it's jury duty. But then again, no, is it always the same outside the states? Well, regardless, hopefully it goes well for you, and for everyone else watching and watching this VOD or here live. Hopefully, yeah, same thing. If you're worried about something, if you're currently doing a shift, like if you're on a break, or if you're just home relaxing, whatever the reason may be, hopefully you're doing well. It is areas vary, but right now, it's surreal for me that it's currently nearing June, so the temperature is gonna rise up a lot. So if you haven't done so already, hopefully you got some ways to prepare to deal with the changing temperatures of the weather, and don't overexert yourself, especially with work. If it's really hot out there, if you gotta go drink water, like if you need to hydrate yourself, otherwise you pass out from exhaustion, please do so and work. Like, don't overexert yourself for a company's needs. You really do gotta watch out for yourself at times. Swear we're on Facebook and then try my mom there as a witness calls her car. Oh. Her car's. That is. I feel like there's more to that story though. Swear word on Facebook. Bro does something stupid, makes everyone's. Oh no. All that and I just end up in the court. That's slightly embarrassing. Sorry you had to deal with that. Now, far from me from being like the one who suggests things, but usually I'm someone when I know they're family, but I just if they've done something where I'm just like, yep, I'm gonna point fingers. That was them. That's my intrusive thought talking, but yeah, if sucks that your brother's doing that experience. Yeah, like you do what you can. You posted in the Discord server, sillyism. Hell yeah, that's the mindset. I feel like that's the best way going forward. As I learned from let's say through during some of my low points in my life, what I've learned is I could choose to be. And here's the thing. This is not a secret way to promote bottling up your emotions. No, you do want to release them. But from what I learned through my life, like I could sit in one spot and be miserable all day, but rather than always think about all the horrible stuff out there in life, I'd rather just for me how it works is that I simply just choose to look at what I can do now, what type of amusement I can do for myself, and worry about work on that. And it's been helpful I'd say. It granted I do not want to give empty promises and say this is an easy solution or this works 100% for everybody. Let me break that mold and say this is just something I've been trying to do to keep myself sane in this world. So it may not work for everyone, and it's something that's been keeping me, moving forward in life slightly. So I would like to be as realistic as that. So yeah, if anything, that's how I generally feel about life. You focus on what keeps you happy, and if you have the energy to stick around with some folks or to deal with people, especially with friends, go for it. And it's at the same time not also a way to say to tell people to be selfish. It's that's absolutely untrue. It's more so for you matter as an individual, and you do what you can to help out other people. Like you don't overexert yourself and forget that you also deserve the same kindness you treat to other people. So that's something I hope that everyone keeps in mind when they're doing their things in life, whatever it may be. With that note, I think it's probably time we should get New Vegas starting with the bull and the bear, 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 the bear, and ghost. How's this working? Hopefully it's all good. Let me do one more important thing because OBS I've realized here. Alright, this looks good. This is a perfect setup. Internet brings the worst out of people. I think someone said something about how because the fact that you're anonymous on the internet, like it's harder to figure out who you are and all that. It's kind of easier to get away with saying horrible stuff on the internet. If that makes sense. And for some, it's one of those things where because it's easier connection to socialize with people. If that makes sense, right? It's quicker because you can talk to anyone and then throughout the entire world. Thus, it's quicker for people to to interact with someone, and also I feel like it's easier to listen to your intrusive thoughts and it become a jerk to other people. Like it's probably one of the easier things to do on the internet. It's something that a lot of people just give in. And before anyone gets before I also want to clarify as well that it's not generally not always all the truth as well. By the way, it's just something that I've noticed as I look at how people choose to respond on the internet or how they handle. And just listening to other people's opinions about. I'm not sure it's social commentary, but it's mostly for how people use the internet. Even if through Facebook, you definitely are anonymous. Oh yeah, no. The scary part with the internet is that it's actually not that hard to figure out where people live. Like if you're able to talk to someone, and there's as much as it's disturbing to talk about, there is tools out there that helps people figure out exact locations with grabbing people's IP address and whatnot. So far, the easiest way to do this if you're someone who publicly posts your locations on, for example, Facebook or other social media sites, or if unfortunately if you click on a malicious link that takes your information. You know what I mean? Like if you log in into something that's a phishing website, it's one of those fake. Hey, this is definitely a Facebook or Twitter login link. Click on this and you give us your login credentials, and that's what usually happens. They are. And the worst, and sucks that Google. You think these corporate giants in the tech industry will be able to just prevent all these phishing sites and links being tossed around as advertisements, but it's pretty disturbing that they're doing it. In my opinion, they're doing a poor job at that. And some folks like to defend, saying that well, it's too much for keep like listen to this sentence, right? I know there's still humans running like still people trying to run this thing, right? But it's still scary knowing the fact that this is a giant tech corporation, and yet they're still doing a poor job of just making sure that no one is getting no one is releasing malicious links on their advertisements. It's crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand that we need the Duraframe assets for Hellfire armor, but no, sir. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. I'll tell the team to start disassembling the ED series prototypes right away. Eddie, you little rascal, were you eavesdropping again? I think those videos you watch are a bad influence on you. How much of that did you hear? Didn't Dr. Grant say she'd upgraded your navigational systems? And I think I have an idea. How'd you like to be just like Ralphie?
Oh, I forgot to bring up a little information about the stream for anyone who's dropping by or checking this VOD right now. We are doing the Lonesome Road DLC, and we've encountered a person a courier named Ulysses contacted us through Eddie. Claims that we have history with him, that we have something to do with this place, which we don't know yet. And we're traveling with like a copy of Eddie, and as you can see, he has his backstory here. So sounds like Dr. Whitley was a bit of a rogue element. Do you record everything that's said around you? Oh, Eddie working for Discord and Google, tracking people's information, and then acting as an AI to scam people for their information. Good to know. Spilled in my secrets and I'll spill your electronic guts, so just so we're clear. I don't want to hear your recordings of human meaning. Wow. These lines. I don't know if anyone seen or... I've only seen some clips of Fallout 2. But this is kind of like... This is exactly the dialogue options in the second game. One moment you can be nice, and then the next moment you can just... suddenly have bipolar. You can become bipolar and just say something awful in the next minute. That's one thing I remember about Fallout 2. I better be careful what I say to you, huh? Alright. Yeah, Eddie is Alexa at this point. Speaking of ads, I think it's more so over how... the problem with ads is that, specifically with AI technology, it's really getting out of hand. It's just people are... It's more so over... People think it's an easy solution just to use AI and just, you know, call it a day. But as you can see, if it wasn't obvious from the news now, it's becoming more of an issue with how easy it is to manipulate. How easy it is to come up with imitate people's voices and yeah, the ads. No, it's how it works, by the way. That's the whole point of advertisements, especially with cookies. You know, you see all those permissions. Hey, do you get this website permission to know your location or to use cookies or track information for whatever reason, right? Like I think right now most of these give you the explanation to give you is so we can cater advertisements to whatever you're looking at, and that's the truth of it, really. That's the basics of why they're taking your browsing information. And I think some of them are getting even more ridiculous with it, where you have the option, or maybe not even the option, to say no to it. And even if you want to disable it, you have either yes, I will accept cookies, or the other option is to choose which cookies I want to be activated on my when I browse the internet. And you have to go through all of this list of cookies for when you click once, cookies for when you click on our news tab, cookies for when you click on our advertising tab, cookies for breathing 6 seconds every minute, cookies for, you know what I mean? Like, it just goes on and on and on. It's a very tedious list that makes you give up looking at all of this, so that you can just simply, you know what, screw it, I'll just set all those cookies. That is exactly what they're doing, by the way. They want to make it so that, okay, you have the option to say no, but we're gonna make it so that it's an exhaustive list of all these options you have to look through to say which ones do you want, so that you eventually just give up and just not care. You know, like, just say yes at this point. Very manipulative tactics on their part, really. Should be a browser extension to Google randoms words in the background, so Google has no idea what you actually search for. Oh, that'll make Google upset at that point. They've already shut it down. What the? Also, is the audio too loud, by the way? I think I'm gonna lower the headset volume. There you go. Like, it's not too loud for my end, but I'm not sure if it's too loud on the things. Perfect. Okay, I'll keep it as such for now. There are some things I feel like Google will shut down if people have the option to make it. Save here. You found a limited edition. We'll have a landmark snow globe. This snow globe is added to the collection at Lucky 38, and I think we only have 133 bottle caps for each amount. Ah, yes, and also this is the randomizer. So, as a little refresher, randomizes refreshes like changes every gear every humanoid has, and makes every creature and robot different from like absolutely randomized, and so it's pretty crazy. They can on browsers that aren't theirs. But what's to say? Well, this is just me speculating at this point, but it really depends what goes on behind the companies. If you, unless what is, I don't know what Opera GX is, but as long as it's not used by anyone that keeps all information stored in that said browser, and somehow sell it to other companies, then yeah, it's a crazy rabbit hole on that story as well on how companies handle information. They just sell it to everyone else. I think it's Gen, right? Was it? I think perks. Where's the snow globe? Did not count, unfortunately, but let me try that again. Let's go back. Alright. Show me those perks again. Now, it's supposed to show a perk for picking up like the snow globe for the divide, but it's not showing it. Which I say that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's a very glitchy mod, but we can move forward with that. Not much to say about this area besides I guess it's probably a better exploration of a ruined city compared to Fallout 3. Especially the highway. The highway, like walking the highway is pretty fun. I'm in the same boat as well. I feel like now people are getting smarter with the programming, and so many a lot of tricks people can get away with, whether it be fooling people or like whether it be used for nefarious purposes or for fun, which hopefully it's more of the latter for fun. But yes, it's a lot of things people are able to get away with, which equally fun and terrifying to look at. More Mr. Bull and the Bear.
I walked the Great Salt Lake as Kaiser's eye, then his hand. Mongrels there, 2 legs and 4. Saw walls of New Canaan and the scavengers circled. Had the strength or fire to take. Too high, too strong. White legs. They were born for war. They run to it, hungry for battle. Yet their hunger is to be a part of history, something larger.
There it is.
No meaning in the present.
Well, that's good that your program is always for fun, Ravik. That's what I always appreciate. And also, I kind of ashamed to admit that I kind of missed a little bit what he was saying in that audio tape, but yeah, it's. I feel like the ending, all these audio tapes come together with you when we have a chat with Ulysses, but it is more so about him thinking about what he's required to do for Caesar. Essentially, as you can see, he seems to be reluctant to. Ow. Speaking of reluctance, he seems to be reluctant to just take out pretty much a civilization that already has a established something for themselves, that they have their own culture, their own history. He really hates destroying history. But the damn it. Also, for any, I don't if anyone's before like during the time I was playing the auto tape, I was like I pulled on my sniper rifle and he saw me being paranoid. That's the reason why I remember this world being annoying with those blast packs or whatever they're called on the road of this area. Very obnoxious to deal with. Someone on Discord introduced me to some, I'm thinking about Ulysses, and I had a chat with someone on Discord about some of the well-written dialogue in video games. Not even just video games, but also in like a show as well. Specifically, I think Game of Thrones and that one Castlevania show. And I think he introduced me a game called, I think it's called Legacy of Kain. That came out on the PS2, PS1. I don't remember where it came out, unfortunately. But the dialogue's fantastic. It's akin to this game with how bleak. Not Mark Ferg. It's akin to how bleak the whole setting is, and I do love listening to dialogue where like props to writers who make antagonists of games or any story understandable. Like you understand where they're coming from. Ulysses says, I don't know, it's just something about hate, but instead of using bombs, just use hate for what you need to do. I don't need bombs myself. All I need is my dinosaurs. It's good enough for me. Ramen Nuka, is that healing? Take it. Fire Elijah. Fist of Roar, we can take that to repair a weapon, I think. I think one of the like in terms of like on topic with Fallout, the master from the first game is one of the scary ones with that dialogue with the mindset. Fist of Ra and Fist of the North Ra. I think they're both the same thing. Yeah. There we go. Please, Cyberdog. Yeah, the Masters was the Master was the more horrifying one because of his logic is kind of close to a very oops, I didn't mean to pick that up. His ideology is close to a certain ideology in history, which I'm afraid to bring it up. But it is scary how it relates to it, and yet they somehow make it so that you understand where he's coming from. He has this passion of he's just sick of seeing the world constantly at war with each other, and his mind says that, you know what, I'm going to do something where I'm going to unite the whole world by turning everybody into mutants. Which already that concept is it's a scary concept. But at the same time, I think it's amazing how the writers of the first game were able to make it so that you literally feel or understand where he's coming from with it after witnessing the bombs dropping, and still seeing the divide and dispute that's going on over the wasteland. it's essentially what is it? I think it's the lieutenant and the master. I'm not sure the master's in it, but the lieutenant himself was just spouting about how the mutants are the perfect race to deal with the wasteland. And it's crazy how you could understand where he's coming from when he says that, knowing with the factors of radiation. And true, you become more, you develop more strength than usual. But that's not to say turning immune has its flaws. But it's still scarily how it is so close to that mindset. Like just, God, I can't stress enough. Like that's something about Fallout 1 that I appreciate so much. It's just never have I felt that much chill. Like I never has a game horrify me more without being horror themed. That makes sense. Fallout 1 does a job for me. It is eerily ominous, looking through the dialogue, the atmosphere, and everything else about the game. And it's something I wish. I hope the next Fallout game, if they ever make Fallout 5, I wish Bethesda goes down that direction because it is sort of lacking that storytelling. Harmony Chemistry said you may mix insect eggs, blood ingredients to create a hatch-ready life forms. Alright, here's the problem with this. I really want this, but the randomizer is going to deny me from getting these items easily, so I'm not going to do that. When sneaking, you can resurrect the dead as powerful glowing ones. To perform the resurrection, you need a doctor's bag and a vial of centaur blood. No questions. I want to necromance things. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing about the Enclave for me that I do kind of like. The one thing I do like about them is that they're kind of the polar opposite of the Master's ideal. Because the Master, to get peace, he wanted to turn everybody to mutant, into one race, so that no one has a reason to go against each other. The Enclave straight up, okay, so everybody that's a mutant, or at least is slightly irradiated, just kill them off, and there you go. We have absolute peace. Like I kind of like that what they did the Enclave. Like they're just polar opposites of each other. But this is one of those things where Fallout where you might if you're in a certain community you will piss off people, and for anyone watching this, please don't I hope no one's out there just gonna start raising their pitchforks and torches because one person disagrees with your faction that you think is the best one or yada 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 all that. But honest opinion about the Enclave, I am not interested in them. I think the Enclave and Legion are. I branch them together as just factions are just. I honestly don't care for their logic because they're just not boring, but just weirdly, like in terms of like Fallout writing, the Enclave and the Legion are sort of two-dimensional with how they are with it. Like, oh, you must be very. There's an ominous incoming threat of us. Or like just in general, the world's crap. You know what we're gonna do? Let's make the world even worse so that we can unite people, or just start causing stuff because the inevitable will happen. Is their mindset? If that makes sense. Like I think it was the line Caesar said. Enclave is also hypocrites because they have that stream into themselves. Yeah, I think that's the funny part with the Enclave as well. What was his name? Frank Horrigan. Like it's funny how I wish there was a way to call him out because he calls you mutie, even though he's a mutant himself. But I'm not sure there was a way to do that. I think with Fallout 2, I remember when I was watching some clips of it, I did had one complaint I had with Fallout 2 was it seems like they wanted to make it a little bit more funnier, if that makes sense, or they relied too much on pop culture references, if that makes sense. Like they went crazy with that. Now, and it's hard to say that really ruined the vibe for me for the game, but I wonder if because they went for that direction, they kind of let loose and kind of made the Enclave how they are, just not too well, like more than just a faction who just has a better go on mind rather than just simply, oh, let's eradicate people and then call it a day. Bigfoot, Doctor Who, Back to the Future. What else is there? Aliens. There's this. I think there's xenomorphs in Fallout 2 as well. Like, when I remember, there's xenomorphs. There's Monty Python references. That game had a lot of pop culture references, which is fine, but I think they overdid it, in my opinion. So that's why when I look at 2, that's like, cool, but wish they'd done it slightly better. Let's say a little bit different. Now, oversaturated comedy, yes. And of course, disclaimer, if you like Fallout 2, more power to you. I am not knocking or discrediting for everything it's done. I think it's still a solid entry to the series for what it is introduced. For example, you can have Marcus, who is a super mutant companion, and the best thing about Fallout 2, Deathclaw companion. Yeah, same here. I think was the commentary used to say, when you love something so much, so that's why you criticize it so much, because you wish it was good and better than how it is now. I don't know. That's probably not a good mindset to have, but I use that loosely. Like, it's not something that I truly believe. I just have fun with, this could be that, this could be that, this, and etc. etc. So, but anyways, Eddie has released a lever for us to pull. I wonder what could possibly go wrong, especially when you see a little hatch there, especially what Ulysses told us about this whole place. Gee, I wonder what could happen. As we are inside a giant Deathclaw's body, watching the missile launch. Some finny arms, by the way, but yeah, there could be. Maybe it's a spaceship. Maybe it's just a. And maybe it could be filled with grain inside of it. I mean, it's just a missile with grain in it. Like, nothing dangerous. The explosions block off the arm. Oh well. So, yep, that missile blew up.
Good. You're back online. Listen to me, Eddie. If you stay here, they'll dismantle you for parts. You have to go now. I've uploaded destination coordinates for our outpost in Navarro into your system. I want you to go to the Enclave there, okay? Do you understand me? It's gonna be a long journey, my little friend. You'll have to fly very far. Fly very fast. Can you do that? I know you can. Be careful out there, Eddie. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Shoot, I don't have the survival for this. Essentially, we would explain how, yeah, from Navarro to here. And also, for anyone who's seeing the trailer for New Vegas, what is that? There's the intro. Not sure that's the intro, but it's like it's this cutscene where you see like a Eddie robot flying or iRobot flying on the road getting shot at. That's essentially Eddie. Sounds like it wasn't easy for him either. I bet Willie would be proud of you for making it this far. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, we can't. Get more besides. I'm sure you didn't make the entire trip in one go. Still impressive. Actually, yeah. I'm amazed you didn't break down somewhere along the way. Yeah, let's keep going. And we're gonna get a pop-up about the... Here it is. So that missile, which definitely shot rice in it, which definitely had a rice payload in it, it looks like the missile hit somewhere on the other side of the divide. You think you could reach the location of the blast from Hopeville. That is, if you feel brave enough to explore ground zero of a nuclear blast. So, Hopeville, yeah. No, not Hopeville, this couriers them out. I kind of wish this was optional where we didn't have to press the button to progress, but Courier's Mile is a part of the more dangerous area of this DLC, and it's straight. Based on the description, it is what it is. It's a heavily rated area with a bunch of marked men with death claws in it, I believe. So vanilla-wise, is actually you really need to go there with a bunch of rataways, radexes, and a bunch of heavy-duty weapons to deal with the guys. They're very annoying to fight against. Also, the marked men, I forgot to say, because it's heavily radiated, the marked men will get healed by the radiation. So they get regenerated health. You don't. So it's. I'm not sure how I handle that place. I think I struggled with it. I've already died like about 3 or 4 times. I'm not sure if I had a. Oh boy. Yeah, a lot of flashes in this place. I was wondering what's going on with this guy. I'll be taking that guy on laser, thank you. Where? Where are they? Oh. What the? Can we talk to the Brahmin? No, it's hostile. Steak! Well done. I love, this is so funny, look at just the way they spawn in here. Ah! Nice. I think they overdid it with the flashing, with explosions here. Speaking of explosions, let's, perfect time to get our Deathlock friend, human flesh. Let's see, is that enough to make it grow? No. Well, let's trade some things with you. Equipment. Got some good stuff on you. Do we have gold bars on us? Because if we do, we're gonna keep it. We don't need it. No, okay. Let's check our weapons. Take red glare, I'm not gonna use as much. Federator, huh. A big ol' to that one. I'll take these. I'm not gonna use these. I do want the I do want this bad boy for fun. Alright, let's move. Wait, I actually do want to go back for something. Wait. Oh no, really? Oh, thank goodness. I've had to go through the elevator sequence again. That'll be annoying. No, I wanted to check to see if the icon, the symbol on the floor, is that legit the actual icon for the U.S. government or one of the branches of the U.S. government? Because I wonder if that's technically copyrighted. I mean, obviously they wouldn't get in if they have if the Obsidian would have got in trouble for Slash Bethesda, they would have. But that's what I'm wondering. Like, can you? I think that might be a new, like a original creation. I just need to see if I get a chance. On a topic of things that people should be careful with involving legalities or something. It reminds me of watching this video of how. Oh, big corner me. Let's take that. I believe if you were trying, if like example, if you're trying to make a movie or you're trying to make a skit, and you have, if you want to use U.S. dollars in your skit, I believe it is illegal, definitely, to print out your own fake U.S. currency. That's already, you know what I mean? You don't have. Oh, that's already illegal. What is that? Printing, like, what's the term for that? I forgot what it's called. But anyways, yeah, just printing U.S. money, even just with the fact that you're gonna use it for a skit or anything like that. Yeah, big no. And the thing that I remember is that there's actually only one place or a few places where Counterfeit, yes, counterfeit. Thank you. I can't believe I forgot the phrase. Was it the word? Um, that's why there's only one place that's allowed to legally print out money that it's fake. And I believe, from what I understand, I'm not sure if they changed this, but whenever they print fake U.S. dollars, they make it so that only one side is blank, while the other has something. Has the other side has the actual image of a fake U.S. dollar. Find that pretty interesting to learn about, even though still kind of scary if you forget to remember that. Yeah, you can't print. Even like I honestly I would not print out money like that, even for a skit. That is just asking for trouble. Anything here? Dirty water. Ba 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 ba. I don't see anything here. We're good. Using a red cross is a big no-no. I figured as much. Hello. I love these Deathclaws so much. And I have a feeling we'll make it one soon, assuming it's not randomized.
Are you playing games with me, goddammit?
And I'm playing a game called New Vegas, if that counts.
Are you afraid of me? You should be. Launch me up and ship me home.
Oh, that's cool. So that has its own copyright protection. Not copy, or like a method so that you can't print out more euros. It's kind of like how they have a system where you can't use Discord to screen share or even OBS to capture a streaming site. Does that make sense? Which is kind of a shame if you want to share if you want to share a video with other folks. Especially if you're using Discord, like unless they use it recorded, which is also dangerously approaching towards pirating territory. But that's another topic for another time. Allium Tibia, you can't even screenshot the game. Yeah, like this. I wish there was a better way to handle that. Instead of just simply, oh, just don't make it so that no one can take a picture of it or anything like that. Ruins the enjoyment of it, I feel. Time for more healing. We have enough stim back, so what we're gonna do is bighorn steak, bitter drink, sausage. Ooh, coffee, that's what I just had recently, I'll take it. Yeah, drink that blood back. Sausage. That should heal us. That should heal us. Lickly split.
Hopeville, High Road, Ashton, tiny cracks in the earth, nothing compared to the road carved ahead. Before you, this is the edge of the divide. Ahead lies your work, the history you burned in the earth, what you brought to the people here.
That is... Now, I may not understand Tibia, or maybe truly I may not understand the... Oh, is prevent bots from playing the game because it's to the isometric game with top mechanics. Alright. Okay. Because that explains it, because I thought that sounds silly if... if I... Just with no context, but okay. Maybe I could see... Excuse me. Yeah, maybe I could see why that they have a system where they want to just prevent bots, but still, it's just one image screenshot for a certain time. Wacky. Anyways, I have nothing to do with this explosion.
You delivered a package, had markings that matched those in the divide. Not all, but enough. Military markings from someplace the bear had savaged in the west. Maybe seeing those markings on it reminded you of home, made you carry it.
This package, I don't recall it.
It was from the West, from deep in NCR. Whether made by them or not, it came here through your hands. It was a device, a detonator, one I'd never seen before, or heard before. You carried that thing to the divide. I know because I followed you as you walked the road, watched you do it. You brought it here, to the community you built, and you are responsible for what happened after, when the device opened, started to speak. When it did, the divide answered back. Those missiles you've seen, buried in their silos, they exploded beneath the ground, cracked the landscape. Sand, ash, the dead. The divide skies became a graveyard.
If you saw this happen, how did you survive?
Should have died there, but now that I know you live, the machines here saved me. I was the only survivor, or thought I was. Your package, the message inside, awoke medical machines, close to the one that shadows you, began to build themselves. Then others. They only take what parts they find in the divide, never roam beyond it. Can't even leave the silos without a human to shadow. Like hounds. Maybe they saw the flag on my jacket, thought I was of America. If so, history saved me. A sign.
This package, you said it had markings. What was it?
Machinery. Simple on the outside. Computer parts. Inside. More complicated. Was the only time I'd heard a machine speak in the divide. The only machine with a voice.
Why would I have brought it here?
I've walked the east. You've walked the west. More than I have. Circle Junction, Reno, Vault City. Word of you at Fort Aradesh. Fort abandoned. Even further west than that. Brahmin drives on the big circle. Whatever you saw out there wasn't enough to make you stay. Maybe the markings on the package reminded you of the road home.
I'm not responsible for this. There's no way I could have known. Yeah. Pretty much sad plot. Like, it just got literally. Though I'm not just to give it away. Though Ulysses is not wrong. Literally, the courier helped establish this place, whatever the divide was, only for him to just straight up, you know, I got this package, even though I didn't realize it's a detonator for all these missiles on the divide. I'm just gonna walk here, deliver it, give it to these folks, and then be on my way. And completely, like, that is all legit. We actually we are somehow responsible for all this, even though we can still claim to say we're not. So far, that's still in the dark here, but we'll learn more.
If you had been there when it happened, if you had seen the divide break, you would know it. You carry death wherever you go. If the Mojave doesn't know it yet, it will.
Damn, he's not wrong though.
What happened here can happen again. You've already proved it. What you did in Ashton, the silo there.
I know the other side was active until the missile was in the air toward Hopeville. That was the thing. Like, I wish we could have skipped this. Okay, I gotta be honest. The way Bethesda railroad you, or not Bethesda, Obsidian railroad you to activate the missile. Come on, like, you there's really no choice to besides to press the button. I wish we were smart enough to say, you know what, let's not press this. Let's just dismantle the switch and just open the door. Because I thought that's like, yeah, that's just too suspicious that that's right there. Like, I'm surprised that we're just gonna simply just press that switch. Now, granted, like I said, if there was an option to skip that missile, I would, but there is literally no way. you have to press the switch in order to progress. So it just this is just something I'm a little bit upset how they handled this. It's like, oh come on. The current New Vegas work like Polish mail service. Nobody will ever get there. They shouldn't have planned ship. Yeah, they should have got. They should have. They should have. Ulysses being someone who is fascinated in history. You should look at how they handled Poland. There you go. That way you can save the divide. While here in the States, you have to be lucky that you have to be lucky that if your package, the package doesn't get stolen once they drop it off somewhere. That's why they put a bunch of glitter bombs and all that. So, I didn't intend to set that missile over the divide.
Didn't stop you though. Like carrying the chip to Vegas. Old world death in your hand. Pieces of the old world like that just need someone careless enough to take them where they need to go to do their killing.
I'm not to blame for Ash into the ship or the divide.
All these roads that you walked, these packages that you carried, think it wasn't your choice? Of course, it was your choice. You could have stayed in the Mojave, but you chose to come. Couldn't let be. Not in you to let go. Came for no other reason than you were curious, restless, always have been. Had to know the why of it. Now, I'll show you.
He kind of reminds me of Father Elijah and the Dead Money DLC. He's pretty much it's like in Sierra Madre where pretty much Father Elijah tells us it's our fault for being here. It's our fault that we have the collar on our neck because we're too curious, and he's doing the same thing too. Like just both of these guys are just blaming us for everything, our character, because I guess we're the entity that gets the game going because the game revolves around us, our player character. Which wouldn't it awesome if the problem this might not wouldn't match Fallout's lore, but it would have been awesome if someone does that as a concept. All I can say is Doki Doki literature vibe vibes in a nutshell. But anyways, the why of it. You're the one that needs to answer to that. Why are you doing this?
Want to hear the answer of it? Not just history's answer. Your answer for what happened here.
So you're let's be inquisitive here. So you're angry because I accidentally brought an explosive to the divide.
Accident. Ignorance is a choice. The chip. A choice. As for anger, it is what I carry for the dead and all that come here.
NCR representative here. The dead. You mean the Republic troops who were here?
The soldiers of the bear. They were dead already. Their symbol, diseased. Deserved to die as my brothers did at Boulder City. Mines, bombs.
Damn.
I carry nothing for them. Their deaths here were a mercy compared to the ones that still walk the divide.
So literally Ulysses hates both the NCR and Legion. Then what? Did the divide explosion kill your family, your wife, children?
My family, my tribe lives. Its history died long ago, fell under the shadow of the bull, consumed by another symbol. No, this isn't about family or any common blood. It's blood shared by acts, not by chance.
If you're Legion, are you angry because I destroyed the divide supply line instead of you? I press X to down this question, but I'm still gonna ask. This is kind of a silly question. The answer is definitely no.
The supply line, the artery for the West. I have seen the blood of NCR at Legion hands many times. I carry no hatred for duty, if that's what this was. The divide was more than that. Its people more than that.
If you blame me for what happened here in the divide, why do you care? If you think I'm responsible for this. My question is what your tie to this place is. Oh my god. I'm glad this place burned. Obviously, it meant something to you, which makes it even better. Holy hell, that is that is awful to say, but also slightly slightly. Just give no, just giving no craps. That last dialogue choice. But anyways, yes. My question is, what is your tie to this place?
The community that was once here, and the package you brought, both had markings of the divide, markings of America. You've seen the marks, the symbol, as early as the Hopeville silo, maybe. Carried it etched on your weapons. The divide, its buildings, its people, were built around those same markings, surrounded them here. Markings like the flag on my back when I followed a your road to the divide those years ago. I saw the symbol I wore all around me. An old world symbol, strong to survive here. Its people, strong. Outlast the bear, outlast the bull. Promise of something better. Kaiser was right to want it dead. NCR was right to want to rake their claws in it. Seeing it changed me. Just as seeing Hoover Dam changed Kaiser and the NCR. Seeing it end changed me too.
So you believe in this place, what it once was.
There was hope here, another chance, a new nation stirring to life, a place I could have set my flag. Not the America of old, but something larger than the tribes of the East, something larger than the houses of the West, something better. The divide could have bridged both, like Hoover Dam. Now, like the dam, it's too covered in blood to see what it could have been. You gave life to this place. I followed your road here, saw the divide. You led me here so that I could see. Then you brought it to an end.
If this is why you're angry, you see nothing yet. Nah, let's not be vengeful. Let's be aggressive here. So there's revenge then for destroying the divide.
My history isn't revenge or hate. The road that brought us both here isn't about that. It's about the message you carried, the one in that package, whether you knew it or not. The message that one can kill a nation, can kill a symbol, and all that gather beneath its flag. I don't blame you for the divide. I blame you for what you made me see. Now you will see what you brought to the Mojave, and that will be my message to you.
What message?
The nations of the Mojave, cracked and broken as the divide, its people, the same. I have walked at Caesar's command across the east into the west, far enough to know Caesar's word did not drive me, far enough to see the end. You've seen it. No courier, whatever their flag, can ignore it. Why you didn't stay in the west, why you wandered. There's no future in the bear or bull. The bear is diseased, barely clings to life. And the bull, when the legion reaches the sea, it will turn on itself and die. Killing one will end both, and you made me see how one could do it. Your ignorance, carelessness, can be used with a purpose.
then you learn the wrong message.
Really? Who's to say the truth of it? You? No. You walked from this, turned your back on it. Now you and others will answer for it. I'll start with the West. Let that burn. Then, if the East falters after, I'll bring the divide there as well. Burn away the flags. Begin again.
I don't know if. Well, I'm trying to figure out something about his logic there. On one hand, I do agree. Like both the NCR and Legion in this plot, like they're both. Eventually, if they continue to go on what they're doing here, they're both going to suffer for that. With the NCR spreading too thin, being too greedy for property, and just pretty much treating everybody like crap. And the Legion, even if they're successful in their military campaign, as he says, once they got nothing to deal with, what then? Because they're used to just fighting, but to live in to live in peace with nothing else to fight, they will turn each other. And eventually, Caesar, like if assuming even Caesar got his brain tumor removed, there's definitely gonna be people trying to challenge him as well, thinking that he's a weak leader. There always will be those folks, no matter how many times you use intimidation. Because when I feel like there's a concept where you can inspire people with your intimidation as well. Like, not only you can fear people, but not only people will be scared of you, but they'll also be inspired, and eventually that inspiration will fester to something, perhaps along with the creativity to do something to usurp control over Caesar. Who knows? These are just speculations, but it's just something I do realize about these two factions. But also, what was he trying to say? Like, I kind of lost track a little bit what he's trying to say about how. I don't know. Like, I do know, like, besides the fact that he did just want to start over again. I think there's something in the end we can point out that he's been a hypocrite, but right now, just kind of, weak logic on his part, in my opinion. But you wanted me to come to the divide. I'm here. What now? What?
Your roads are not done. Haven't walked it full yet. Not nearly enough. The way ahead and below leads to the heart of the divide. And there, you and I, we'll have an ending to things.
This canyon's miles long, maybe longer. Where can I find you?
At the end of the divide, through the trenches and wreckage, that's where you'll find me. My new home, here, amongst dead men. You and that machine. Keep your eyes on the tower that cuts the horizon. You'll find your way. Made it this far. Not much farther to go.
He's gonna zap us because he's a jerk. You like that? Yeah, sorry, Eddie. I gotta stop you from doing that. Wait. Oh yeah, we can do something. Press multi-tool, vacant sort stuff, guns, repair. So now, oh, see, Eddie can also make more energy ammo, and I think that's explosives. You know, you can shoot plasma relays on those energy cells, flamer fuel. Remove the safety catches on the microvision cells. You can turn into satchel charges, which I don't need. That's it. All right. Eddie can do a bunch of things. Also, I think I glitched up Eddie because he's supposed to sap us here, I think. Or was that another area? Oh, it might have been another area. I was trying to stop him there from zapping. I was like, nope, I ain't having that. I think. Yep. There is some enemies down there, and we can be a jerk and detonate this warhead behind them. gonna say they're very tanky to survive though. Don't you dare push me off. And don't you dare fall off. Anything else here? There are some hitting. There's some. This is another log. Yes, so it's like that. There is some areas you can explore in the divide where you can get to another ledge to acquire certain gear. But I'm not gonna find all of them. You can go home, courier. Cause we're already home.
The white legs, meant to show respect, bribed me for Kaiser's favor, echoing mannerisms and words, showed them tech caches, taught them the workings of chamber and powder, spoke of Kaiser's pride in those that used such things. Lies. And then they tried to honor me, not the Legion. They brought me before the campfire one night, showed me how they changed themselves, how they wore their hair now. It was like my entire dead tribe in the firelight, teeth grinning red in the dark, eager corpses, blood-covered ghosts.
Check out this robot I found.
Stop! No, I'm trying to hear his all the tape.
I've never seen a robot like that before.
Stop! Ah!
As if each told they were like me,
Please.
of me.
All right, boy.
Every knot in their brains spoke of raping, violence, and ignorance.
Jeez, that's a poor cutoff right there. Holy crap.
They thought to show respect. Defiled it. Lost myself in trying to read the braids they wove. When I remembered, they had put no meaning in it. They had no history of what it meant. They didn't even know the insult and the twists, knots. And the dry wells came rushing back. The white legs circled like that. It was like looking at the dead of my tribe, reborn as ghosts, hateful, hungry, bowing to Caesar. Another history, gone, carried by me alone.
Pardon me for getting those two audio. They took moments to interrupt each other, but that's one of my favorite Ulysses log. Like that's the best one because it will be a handful later once we get to him. But I love how the fact that he was upset over the fact that the white legs, which is those the tribes back in Honest Arts, the ones that were working for Caesar, they're trying to kill us. He was the one who helped them out, like learn how to fight with the pretty much the ballistic guns, right? The ones with rifles, brush guns, you name it. In order to honor Ulysses, they actually copied his hairstyle and what his tribe once was, and he felt absolutely disturbed and upset over that. And he claims that history here that like it's gone, it's been completely changed for something that he didn't liked, which is something that I can't wait to get to this dialogue option with the guy. Anyways, Eddie, sounded like that kid was pretty fond of you. Why did you leave? Okay. Where did this happen? Illinois. So that's where you got that plate? The other you, I mean? What's at Chicago? As one would say, the secondary New York City, which I don't know how to take that. Or what to say about that besides, I don't know much about Chicago, so... Illinois, that's what you can oh, same thing. I think the Enclave had a base. I'm not sure where they established this in either Fallout 2 or Fallout Tactics even. But I believe the Enclave had a base in Illinois somewhere. So maybe he was trying to find another facility for iBots over there. I'm not picking it up. I'm so much in my inventory capacity right now. Damn it. Oh. There might be a hidden area somewhere involving Deathclaw. I'm not sure where it is exactly. I think there is what is this is where you get Fist of Northrar, but I don't know where the Deathclaw is at. It's like it's by this waterfall area where. Uh-oh. Are we under attack? Yes, we are, but who? I see him. Well, then it's time I use this weapon. Ow. Oh, it's not doing so much damage, so that's fine. Not doing too much damage to this guy either. In the head. Nah, just let the, what the fat mine? Shh. Do I want this? Not really, no. Weighs a lot, so I'm not gonna bother. Dinner bell. I think we're gonna get blocked off, right? Because this area. Yep, that's happened. Detonator. Just like that, we've locked ourselves out of that area for now. Also, I see someone approaching near. Hello. We got missiles for one, missiles for all. Oh, at a half price. I don't know if anyone saw that. Just my Deathclaw just peeking that. Just went inside a house, is like looking for the next meal. There you go, fellas. Done deal. They absolutely are. They're just very. They just want a hug. Give them a. Just find a little treat for them, and they'll eat anything. Well, in this case, meat, but I feel like they'll happily adapt to what you feed them. I think. Oh, I'm gonna quick save because I think there's a bind here. I remember dying here for some stupid reason. And that was a bear trap. 80 posters. Only found 4 of them in total. You just get a bunch of XP experience for finding it, which is achievement. But I won't be doing that for the time being. Oh. Oh, yeah, he had a Gobi campaign rifle. It's a decent sniper rifle, especially with a silencer on it. Survival. Can we make anything? Snake bite, healing powder. Yeah, let's use some stuff. So, fight meat. Now, keep the big horner meat. Ceiling green. I'm not sure that weighs a lot, but just keep some stuff. I think we're good. All right. There's gotta be another area we can go to now because, yep, that happened. And also, I forgot to point out as well. Keep in mind, this. I keep thinking it's supposed to be a canyon, but no. This is literally what happened to the divide. This whole place, after all those missiles blow up. Like this is the result. Left this smoldering crater or canyon here. I feel like I said, like this DLC does a good job depicting the awful, destructive nature of nukes in general. And yeah, here we are with our laser detonators just detonating more and more heads because what could go wrong, right? Such a weird way to progress through the game, despite the scenes we're seeing here. But I guess our core is either badass or just someone who just don't give too much of a damn about the risks. Probably the same thing, though. Oh, skip, copyright. Sorry to skip that, but that's pretty much the intro from. So that's that cutscene from New Vegas with the trailer. Sounds like they blew up your primary stabilizing jets. I can't believe you kept going after that. The warheads remind you of the Halloween candy corn, right? I wonder if you think about candy corn. I know people despise candy corn, but low key, when I was younger, I used to eat a handful of those. Probably for one day, and it's only I got sick, but I still didn't care because they were delicious when I was younger. If I probably eat one, if I had the chance, I'd probably just eat one and that's it. I don't want to eat cold crazy with candy corn because it's just too sugary. What was that? Raiders, huh? Able to soldier for scrap in a heartbeat. Sounding bad. No wonder why you didn't make all the way to Navarro. No time to talk. Let's go keep moving. It's getting more popularity every year. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not someone who, danger. Uh-oh. This place. I'm not someone who is 100% would celebrate every holiday out there. It's not, I have nothing against it, just that I don't have the, what is it? I don't want to, I guess motivation is probably appropriate. Like, it's, oh boy. Can I open, thank you. It's more server, I just, don't, I'm not creative, I guess I'm not creative. I don't know, that's just me. And it's not so over I hate Halloween or have anything against it, it's just more, I really want to go all out, but then the problem is like, oh wait, I don't have a lot to work with, so whatever, I just stick with what I got. But I'm glad to hear that Halloween's getting popular in our area. Like, it's a fun holiday to dress up. Like, it's a national cosplay day. Is that right to say? I don't know. Anyways, stop your missiles. Thank you. Now we use that gun. Why not? Perfect. A finger. I don't know. There's somewhere you can go. Not level up. We're gonna go for survival. We need survival more. I need to remind myself that there's something. Ooh, nice number. I need to get something at level 50. Because I promise I want to get something real quick as a perk. Gene splitter, nah. Travel light, no. Living enemy. Nope. This is one. I'll try not to take too much time. Lady killer. Mojave investor. You know what? I can actually want here now. Oh. Oh. That's what that does. Never mind. just go for it. It's fine. I actually just legit thought that it actually gives you more, double the, what is it? The skill points, or not actual level up. Anyways, the more you learn. Not that one. I want this, bear in mind. Get that soon. Power Maniac, maybe. No. You're able to forge NCR money. Oh, nah. Speaking of counterfeiting. Them's good eating can be good. Or even Stonewall, right? Cannot be knocked down a comp. Yeah, let's get that. That might help us. We haven't been knocked down around. So, for anyone who's watched Futurama, this is a reference to that very sad episode of Fry with his dog. I think I'm not sure that's his pet dog, but it was the episode where the dog was waiting for him to come back from his job, and it's just sitting there forever. I think it is the music and the end scene was just look up Futurama dog. Like you definitely find the episode because it's a very popular episode, very heartbreaking ending. I think what is it? He had the chance to bring the dog back because it was fossilized. It was in a stone. Like he had the option to bring it back, but he's like, nah, I didn't want it. I forgot his reasons, but yeah, it's a very tragic episode. Futurama, by the way, I wish I can watch it somewhere because it's I was looking at some clips of it. It is a fantastic show. Futurama and King of the Hill are up there with my favorite adult cartoons. Does that make sense? So yeah, I definitely give a Futurama a look if you haven't got a chance. Sunflower Summer's Diary. Dear Diary, I think we did it. We finally convinced the death merchants to hear our beautiful Mother Earth's cries. I just had a personal meeting with the base commander, who said they would be taking a long, hard look at our demands and preparing something special for us. I can't wait to see what it is. I bet it's a full nuclear disarmament. Now, there was supposed to be I might have missed it, but if you remember me bringing this up in when I was playing the Old World Blues DLC, pre-war America in this world, in Fallout universe is an asshole where, I mean, they're run by jerks who, they literally take the people who are protesting the disarmament. Like, there are people who are protesting America to disarm their weapons, so like the nuclear bombs. They literally just say, "Okay, fellas, you know what we're gonna do? Go follow us. Go jump into this truck. We're gonna take you somewhere very nice so you can sign the paper. So you can see us sign sign the papers in the process of us getting rid of our nukes. Only for them to be taken to the big mountain testing facility and to be tested on, along with the prisoners they took over from China. So yeah, pre-war America in this universe is absolutely evil. Can't stress that enough. Like they're just ridiculous in this game. It's like the FBI in real life. Well, far from me from being someone who's let's just say likes to talk about topics like that and openly discuss them, but hey, there is documents, there's history that explains some of the awful things in this. I can't explain for every other part of the world, but yeah, the U.S. Government, different branches of the government, such as the FBI, the CIA, even the police. No one's absolutely 100% insane, by the way. Do your best to do research about this. Assuming you have the sanity to look at, like, to learn about it, because yeah, very downer topics to see what people got away with. Let's fall back. There we go, that's one threat out of the way. I'm glad we have a bunch of super stim packs on us because I would have been paying attention with my health. What do we have? That's an energy weapon. Arc wielder? No. Use this. Where's that trick with the missile launcher? There you are. Use. Alright, you want to play 30? Let's use explosives here. Enjoy. Have another one. Well, I'd say that went well. Just gotta heal ourselves a bit. Blood shield, blood sausage, slider, black blood sauce, bitter drink, and let's keep moving forward. Oh, nice work. You know, I'm not sure if I said this already, but I kind of had there's some things I do not want to be situations, in certain positions, but I'm not gonna lie, I am not a fan of like I don't think so. I ever want to go into a cave, especially if it's very tight. Especially if I'm required to crawl through it, because it would suck to go into a cave and to be stuck in a very tight space. Like you can't, there's no way to get out of there, and you're on your own. One of the worst ways to go. Awful, awful, awful. Now I don't know if that makes me claustrophobic, but I need to move. Like I can't. I need to. If I need, I cannot stay in one spot forever. I mean, like it's not where I can't stand in one spot. If that makes sense. I need to keep moving. It is like it's so awful reading about people going through that situation. And it's not just with cave-ins, but also with earthquakes. When you happen to survive with like if you're buried under rubble. Awful, awful situation. Like,
Ralphie, hurry! If mean old General Winters catches you, you'll never make it home! No! Ralphie, fly far, fly fast!
Tune in next Saturday for the exciting conclusion. Only on Vault-Tec Channel 9.
Eddie? What are you doing in here all alone? And who left these old videos playing? Come on, let's get you into your recharge bay. We've got a big day tomorrow.
fly, Eddie, fly. Of course, Gum reference there. Suddenly, a lot of things make more sense. Incident in a cave-in called Nutty Putty. I might need to look it up one day. Is that what you're doing? Trying to find your way home? Nah. Sometimes I feel like the same way. Sounds like a big thing waste of time though. Come on, Eddie. We gotta fly far and fly fast. We want to get to the end of the divide. There it is. Nice German sound effect. That's such an interesting, like, I never think they would call something a cave-in called Nutty Putty. But I can only imagine what the details I'm sure.
Explosion.
Uh-oh.
That building falling deep in the divide might have been your work. Wouldn't kill you. Maybe close. Knew you'd survive. But no need to go any farther. You've brought me what I need. That machine with you. Sealed in the Hopeville silo. Needed someone to unlock it. Bring it home. Now the signal's strong enough. No need for you to carry it anymore. I can call your machine to me.
Why do you want Eddie?
You gave it a name. What was it to you? Companion, slave, weapon, all of that. Nothing compared to its primary function. It's a messenger, like us, and it shares our history. If you feel its loss, remember, you could have turned away at any time, gone back home, and none of this would have happened.
Ah, here we go again with this.
But you had to make one last delivery, and that's why I knew you'd come, courier. Couldn't stay away. It's who you are.
Name is silly, but the story is really tense and Sally didn't have a good ending. Ah. Well, the name's like I'm not gonna judge the names, but yeah, it just still. I really wish that we see less of key events happening. You're not taking Eddie from me.
The machine you brought is mine now. It's coming home. I'll reduce it to parts, just enough to function, to be aware of what's happening. What's inside that machine? That's all that mattered. All the machines here, made of wreckage from the divide, and all that was brought here. Inside its frame, it carries the message you brought here, and it'll do what it was programmed to do. Whatever it can to get home. The giants here will listen to it. I'll bring the divide to your home, your nation. Let its flag burn, just like you let the divide burn. Big mountain access code. Ulysses. Command override. Navarro.
There it goes. Ulysses have seized control of Eddie. You have lost Eddie as a companion, and everything he was carrying has been transferred to you. You lost Eddie as a hand sensor perk. Don't you dare leave. Don't you dare leave. Ah, shouldn't get Eddie. Human flesh, well, I'll be taking that. Deathclaw buddy, you hungry? You want a meal? Oh, not yet. I think, how can I repair this weapon, the anti-material rifle? Carbine, no. We do have weapon repair kits, let's use that. Where are they? There you go. I think this is the place where we can find the Deathclaw. I think it's in there. I wouldn't be surprised if it changes to something else entirely different, but if it doesn't, time for a fight of the lifetime. I'm not taking these yet. Oh, there it is. I see those cages. Tiny Deathclaw. I'm not gonna bother. I'm trying to pick up as more stuff. I probably should pick up stuff, but I'm overburdened right now, so I rather take more than I can. Or more server, I'm one more pound, gram, you name it. Like, you know, I have 229, or excuse me, 319 out of 20, whatever the number was. There it is. So, this is where one of the more powerful enemies ever in New Vegas can be found. There's a reason for defeating this Deathclaw. However, it is one of the more awful boss fights ever in this game. Laser detonator. I think yeah, if we blow this up, we're gonna get locked up. No, if we go inside, we're gonna get locked up. So I don't know what should I be using here. I mean, definitely this. What do we got? Do we have any powerful? Big kid yield. Yeah, we need this. And I think what I'm gonna use is we do have turbo, which is good. No, not this. Steady, maybe. We already have this amount of endurance, but we'll probably take this still, maybe? Or I do want to use Psycho. Psycho. Do we have any medics? Medics. buff out. That'll do. And then we're gonna use Patriot's Cookbook, I think, because that'll make us do more damage explosives. Ah, yes, I know the alphabet. There it is. Alright. Time for the fight of our life. There we go. There you are. Okay, so that's the end of the stream. Goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Nah, alright. It's not. It's to be honest. It's. I feel like this is a thing with this with me in general. Like I feel like I over prepare something, and the only thing that takes me out is myself, my own hubris. Anyways, what was it? I think it was buff out cycle, all that. Let me do that again. Buff out. Go to P with Patriot's Cookbook. Where that's like rebound. No. There you are. We need ourselves a little medics. That's pretty good. Where'd that famine launcher? There we go. Let's move. Did that do it? Oh, that worked. And it's a hard mode difficulty too. Well, I ain't complaining. I think I'm gonna pick a Raw's Towns later. I want to see something over here. See another. That's all there is to it here. Okay. We'll take Raw's Talon. Does it weigh something? No. Okay, good. This claw is larger and more impressive than those of the lesser depth claws. You might be able to turn it into a weapon if you find a workbench. Noted. Now, with the power of necromancy, we're gonna bring back Roar and have him join us. I spent all my life savings on all this necromancy knowledge, so on the dark web. So hopefully this all works. Wait, 1 second. Wait, you kidding me? There we go. Gotta do this quickly. What is the button? How do I recruit people quickly? Force recruit. How do I Yes. Welcome to the team, Roar. We have about 3 Death Claws on our team. And I'm so glad that I've been reminded that there's... I'm so glad that so reminded that there's a Death Claw in this DLC. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about Roar. I'd say we make good progress. Follow me, team. Oh, I forgot I have the Archimedes weapon, but that wouldn't work in that place. Someone's trying to toss a javelin at me. All I can say is I got this. Stop, boy. Okay, moving. Death Claws are being spooked by something, but I don't know what is. Where? Someone else. There you are. Something about... That's what I love about the missile launcher. It's actually pretty satisfying to use. Oh, he's cloaked. Where's the right shotgun? Give me that. I see ya! Blade. Oh, I'll be taking that. Oh, we're feeding you, of course. Have some human flesh. You growing? No. We're gonna trade you some stuff, though. We got so much goodies to give you. We're getting so much money. It will not stop. Take those gold bars. There's some weapons I'm having, which I really don't need anymore. Like, wait, let's see. Keep the Federator. Two-step goodbyes. Two-step goodbyes as loose cannon. It's not gonna do much for me. Arc wheeler, take that. I don't like that weapon. There we go. Good to go. Ulysses 101 hit him. Speaking of hitting, mines. I think we're... Uh-oh. That ragdoll. Battle rifle. Mines, nah. If I know Rafi posted, but then Rafi's not gonna respond to that, sadly. Look at this army, by the way. 1 Death Claw, 2 Death Claw, and 3 Death Claw. Count them. Total of 3 Death Claws. We can count better than a Valve with a Half-Life series. Okay, so it looks like we're not supposed to go here yet, but let us heal ourselves. More rat meat. No, that's poison. Clay clear meat. Do these healing powder. There we go. Yeah, definitely. That's a little life lesson. If you want to own your own animal friend, make sure they get their own scratching post, because otherwise they're gonna constantly fight against each other for it. Also, on a side note, looking at all these skyscrapers, it reminds me of the scary story that I've read on online somewhere, saying that apparently New York City, I'm not sure the city itself is sinking or something, but I've heard that because of the weight of the skyscrapers, the city is actually sinking to the ground, which is a horrifying concept. Just thinking about it. Remember learning about the fact that sinkholes are very hard to detect. About I'm not sure it's a sinkhole issue, but it's just in general like sinkholes. Though as a side note, also hearing about those are horrifying to learn about, because it seems like there's no way to guarantee or to know that there's a sinkhole under an area. And it's crazy how easy it is for them to form under area, especially with maybe you can make the connections with how moist an area is, or like how much water is in the area. But then again, though, it's one of those guesstimate issues. Horrifying concept, really. I cannot stress that enough. I think this is the way to get to Ulysses. Yep, there it is. Still have more folks to deal with, and I'm hoping. Let's click save here. I am hoping they do not have any explosive weapons, dangerous weapons on them. just keep using the right shotgun because that's been doing amazing work for us. Nope. Damn. It's always the last. It's always the third one. It was the second one. I keep thinking, or missing. Hello there. You guys see nothing. Oh, you did. Oh, he had Lucky. That's what he's using, huh? Oh, that's what? Was it Lucky? Yeah, he was using Lucky. That's when I was hurting a lot. Fingers. Just fingers everywhere. Fingers of the mountain. Is that the... Oh, that's the thing from Oblivion. Can we sleep? Yeah, let's sleep. 1 hour. That's pretty much how much I sleep before I go to work. Disclaimer, don't do that. Otherwise you hallucinate. Ulysses Temple. Yes, we finally made it to the end game of this DLC, which does take a bit. And now I'm kind of wondering if hopefully I have all the gear needed to deal with oops. Not the gear, the audio logs, because I think we might be missing one more. If not, if we are, that's okay. I'll just do something else to fix that issue. Stand back. Terminal. Another ing phrase. Separating. Separation? Ah, crap. Then it has to be meditation then. That's weird. Disengage the lock. It's a bunch of garbage rats here, right? Yep. Junior officer lock. Body pins, like that. No. What is Jake juice? Ah, nah. I don't want it. Combat knife, super sledge. Yeah, a bunch of garbage you can pick up. Where's that robot? That's... Never mind. There we go. Alright, what do we need? More survival? Let's just take it. Max that out. Cause definitely want to max out explosives. We almost there to level 50, by the way. 50 is the max level, and then once we get that level, bam. We don't have to worry about any more perks unless we want to use the console command to give us more perks. Demolition expert. Now, I forgot to point this out, but apparently you can find this map in Big Empty, and this is where... I think this is where Ulysses found... where he... all the... I think it's where he found out about the missiles, or... It's supposed to foreshadow the Divide in general. I don't remember which was the explanation for that, but... Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can find some stuff in... the overall blues. You'll see that foreshadows this upcoming area. It's the terminal. But yep, that's okay. X-Wing corridor. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the riot shot. If you can find a riot shotgun, feel free to use it. Have no shame using it. It's one of the best weapons in the game. Open the second one, of course. And there he is, the man of the hour, Eddie. Get out here. And he shrank. Grateful peeping. Must have been override function piggyback on the broadcast. That's what pulled you here. Run off of me like that again, I recycle you to tin cans. No, no, no. Let's not be a jerk. Well, come on, we're ending this right now. Just like that, we got what we got all the upgrades that he had previously. Once again, here, unlock this Eddie for me. Get over here. Can you get past the Deathclaw? Come on, you can do. You can do. You can do. The Deathclaw spinning. That's funny. There we go. Access the commissary. We can sell some things here. What's heavy? No, keep that. That's good. Leave right gear. Let's sell. What's some of the more heavy armors we have that we're not using? That one's good. You know what? No, keep it. We'll keep that. That's for miscellaneous. We probably have some miscellaneous stuff we can sell that's just weighing us down. Nah, that's fine. Why do we have this stuff? Keep the teddy bear. How about the 8 items? Do we have so much 8 items that's just weighing us down too much, or? We could call it victory. This gives us health. I don't want to get rid of him. We're good. Just we have to go. You know, actually, you don't want the gold bars, right? Let's trade some things. We need gold bars. Give us 1. See how much that gives us. Gold bar. The money. Hell yeah. Stim packs. We could buy more. Doctor's bag. No. Ammo, I do want shotgun shells. I think it's 20 gauge, no? Or is it 12 gauge? Whatever, just buy all the shotgun shells you can. .50. Perfect. That's all I want. The physical scan, we get some health, and it's time we confront the man himself. The former U.S. president, apparently. Or just in general, just a guy with a facade of using the name Ulysses. I love the music that plays because there's the soundtrack that plays and the credits of New Vegas, and also when you exit out of the Doc Mitchell's house for the first time. Very impactful once you reach here and you see the another warhead for the last time, and of course, what's his face is ready to let this launch into the Mojave. Also, he's small.
Even in this place, NCR's shadow falls. Or is it just you, courier, without the bear's corpse to weigh you down? Judging by your shadow, maybe you can't let your machine go. Doesn't matter now. Either way, the Divide Giants are awakening. The missiles here on their way home. There is no way to stop them.
We could probably ask him more. So let's say I still don't understand. Excuse me. I still don't understand. Why are you doing this?
You've answered your own question, and you'll die with that question on your lips. You don't see, listen, even when it's all around you. No matter if I nailed it into your head like a gift from Caesar. You brought the divide to life, courier. You walked the road, brought the bear, then the bull, brought me, following your tracks.
I can't stop
And
laughing
when
every
I
time he
saw
says
the
that.
divide you made, I saw a second chance, a new way of thinking. My world, no longer the East, and you brought the West in that package, destroyed it all, nearly killed me, flesh and spirit. You destroyed something larger than the bear, greater than the bull, and even when you could have turned away, you brought it again in that machine. You destroyed a nation taking its first breath, a place that could have been my home. Now, I'll destroy yours.
What happened to the Vi? What I did was an accident. What you're doing, it's madness.
No. Now there is purpose. I believe you when you say you were careless. The divide, the chip, the machine you brought here. Many messages can be taken from that, intended or not. What I do now is an act of conviction.
I'll be back, folks. Pardon me, I'm back. Just want to greet someone and check on everything's alright, but if you blame me for the divide, let me answer for it. Yeah. If you blame me for the divide, then let me answer for it, not others.
Blame you? No. Learned from you. Both the weapon to kill a nation and the strength to do it. You showed me a road, a way to carry my message. You've already answered for what you've done. Now the flag you follow will answer for it.
So what, you intend to bomb the Mojave?
No, not the Mojave. The West. All that's been built since America died. Same symbols as before the war. Now a flag carried by a tribe of children. You walked west, didn't stay. You know the reason. The bear grows without structure, follows a symbol without knowing its history, and knowing that you believe in a bear's sickness and have given it strength, and that gives more reason to lay waste to your homeland. After this, only one flag will remain over the Mojave. Let that one fly, or destroy itself.
I don't remember if he actually does. If I think if you're loyal, like, if you have a high reputation with the Legion, I believe he will threaten to fire the Legion first and let the NCR stand so they can destroy themselves. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what they're trying to do here with Ulysses dialogue, which would be cool. Like I said, the one thing that I like about this DLC, it focuses on which faction you choose. Like I said, with NCR, Legion, even with House himself, or in this case, as he calls him, the Vegas, or the Ghost of Vegas. Alright. Go ahead. Tell him to straight up go ahead. You can destroy the West even with all the missiles here.
No need to destroy the bear. Just cut its throat. You taught me that.
What
at
is
the
talk
Divide.
about
Only need to
harming
cut
a
off
bear? It
the
makes me
supply
sad.
line, the road to watch something greater die. I'll turn the long 15 into miles of fire. Cut off the Mojave. NCR will fall back, lose Hoover Dam, and leave their throats exposed to the Legion.
That's kind of I don't remember how beat this DLC for the first time. I struggled with it for sure. I think I was using mods maybe, but I'm not sure if I still had the Depth Claw companion or I tried to do it by myself. Yeah, I did struggle with this DLC a lot. I think I had to lower the difficulty, and then I still wanted the what's the best way to explain it? The peaceful resolution to this DLC. So yeah, it was a struggle, but I think this DLC for me is the second hardest, and of course Dead Money. I think a lot of people, if you see my VODs and streams of Dead Money, you already know my pain about the DLC. But as a quick summary, let me just say, collecting all your gear from the base game, going to a new area, losing everything, and going through absolute hell with poisonous red fart clouds and timed areas where if you don't get out of there in time, you instantly die. Probably not the best gameplay. It's not. I'm not a fan of it. It's compared to like playing Fallout with what you got. Eh. Story is phenomenal in Dead Money, but gameplay could have been done better. Because it could have been done differently. But with NCR rep, we can say, even if you have no faith in the NCR, I do my actions have proven it. Let's say that.
Your actions have carried strength. If you speak for the two-headed bear, I'll hear your words, even if I will be the only one to hear them. If you believe it should not die this day, then answer me why.
He actually has a different dialogue. I think if you have a neutral, like if you don't have the high reputation with the NCR, if you say that, like for whatever faction, he will say, no, you have a weak logic, that they don't like you. But because we're idolized by the NCR, I'm not is it either liked or idolized, I don't remember, but he believes that we're telling the truth. This one, though, this is what I like to use against them. Your tapes prove you walked the Mojave, yet learned the wrong lessons.
Comes down to perspective, how far one's walked, and what they've left behind. If you challenge this moment, let's hear your perspective. If my words are all you have, let's hear them.
So with these tapes, you have to, I think, find all of them to get this. And this is I love this ending, because this path to persuade Ulysses. But you have to be careful if you're doing this, because this is a test to see how much you remember about the lore through his audio tapes and whether, and if you've read like a walkthrough or something or know about Ulysses, like this is one of those things where you have to be careful what you say to him here if you want to get a peaceful resolution to this. In the logs of the White Legs, you mention your tribe and its past.
My tribe. That log. No. It concerned the Whitelegs, training them to kill. For Caesar. There is no meaning there beyond the road to New Canaan, the history of the murder of its people, and Caesar's past.
So here are your two answers that will piss him off. Like, do not say this because that's clearly not right. The White Legs might as well have been your people, which is a bit red flag sounding already. But this is the right answer. I'm talking about the past and the respect they showed you.
Respect. The braids I wore. They took that from me. Thought it made them more like me. More willing to have Kaisar listen. They didn't know what the braids meant. The mark of my tribe before Kaisar came. Before Wolpus came for them at dry wells. There was death in that meeting. Even while Wolpus smiled. Asked for our help against the other tribes. All the while, they were looking to cast our history on the fire, and did. Another tribe, consumed by the bull. Nothing left.
Let's see. In the death of that history, another was born, and you grew to respect the white legs, which is wrong. He hated them. But the twisted hair survived even after Caesar. Oh shoot, I kind of forgot which one to say, because I think technically the twisted hairs... I think technically the middle one's wrong, so the bottom one should be the right answer here. So you carry two symbols then, the Mark of America and the twisted hairs. Neither dead.
Both. Both survived. Pieces of them. Remnants. Nothing more. If you feel there is meaning in the white legs taking the braids of my tribe, what they did, insult, not respect.
It's proof that killings... There we go, we got, I think all of these options will work. I think my favorite one is this one right here. No, what it means is that what pieces survive can become worse than they were before. And I love this so much. This is my favorite dialogue choice in this game because it's something that I do agree where you can take an ideology and just destroy it completely, or anything really. But there's a good chance that it can come back, inspire people, and become worse than before. So really, it is absolutely horrible to straight up just genocide or kill something off, whether it be people or an idea. Like to completely ignore, if that makes sense, because it will come back even worse than before. So, and it's a really strong and powerful. As a pacifist, this is a very strong message for me that I genuinely believe, and I love this so much. One of the more impactful lines in this game.
You're saying when the meaning gets lost, that what happens here can make things worse. Happened in the Mojave. Flags of the bear and the bull. Nothing can prevent what comes. The missiles will launch. These questions, your words or mine, what do they matter to you?
And here, even though he sounds like he's training like the missiles will launch no matter what, this is where we're on the right track though, don't worry. However, you will get punished if you click on this because Obsidian decided to say, you know what, we notice that players are always clicking the first dialogue because it's always a nice option. Don't click this. This is just you admitting that you're just bluffing him so that he will back down. So you will fight him if you want. However, these two will definitely tell him to stand down. I believe destroying the symbol is never the answer. Changing that to something else, or even the missiles launch and I die here. If I can convince you, that's enough for me. This one sounds better. I believe destroying the symbol is never the answer. Changing it, that's something else.
It may be that as much destruction has been written in the earth here. One buried this place, yet it lived on between us. One may build it again, build others. Your history has proven this here. There's truth in your words, but even if there's hope in change, it may not matter. The divide still stands against us.
What do you mean?
Our enemies gather outside, shadows of the bear and the bull. They will have found their way in, just as you did. It was always my intention. In case I could not kill you, the marked men would flood this place, cut off your escape. If we cannot prevent what comes, then let us make our stand here. Two couriers together. together at the divide.
Tiny Ulysses, I'm kind of afraid what weapon you have on you. But whatever happens here, if you choose to fight Ulysses, you still have to deal with the Markman. As he says, this is his solution to deal with us if he fails to kill us. So time for one amazing endgame sequence. Well, kind of amazing. And to make our final stand against the Markmen. Assuming this will be our final stand. Deathclaw friends, do your thing. You know, let's get in on the action. Nah, even better. Where is it? Fist of the North Roar. We are an avatar of the Deathclaws. Hell yeah. Let us be one with our Deathclaw buddies. It's actually fun. We're just going in here just swiping everybody. There's a gecko here for some reason. Is this Eddie? Owie. Oh, I forgot they blow up. MF Hyper... What? Oh, that's that weapon, okay. Bumper sword. Hey, let's just take this. Caesar's armor. Rangers of Koya. Ooh! I want that. Wait, do you have a courier duster? Oh yeah, let's take that. Let's take some stuff, boys. This would have been hard. Obviously, this would have been harder without the Deathclaws, but I don't care. I just wanted my army of dinosaurs. Oh yeah, this is a character that came with. These things are supposed to be iBots and whatnot, but they're randomized into sentry bots and even a gecko for some reason, which is funny. Anyways. I don't know if we come back here, so like, I do know we do have to detonate these things here. Thank you. So friendly telling us to have a nice day. Also, we need to heal ourselves a lot right now. Doctor's back, stim packs. Wonderful. Stay away from there, folks. Stay away from that. Stay away from that warhead, everybody. I do not want to blow anyone up there. I feel bad. Keep moving. Perfect. There we go. Anyways, I think, what does Ulysses have to say to us?
If we're done here, let's leave the divide behind. If we get separated, I'll meet you about hopeful.
Alright. This terminal is already engaged in its countdown sequence and the board code has been overwritten. You might be able to change the missile's target or accelerate the countdown and launch the missiles immediately. So, this is the endgame option here. We still have the option to let them fire as it stopped them. I mean, we can, if we want to, we can have them fire. Even both of them to fire at the NCR Legion territory. Now, seeing how I'm usually I lean towards to cancel the launch option, but let's say I'm willing to listen to your opinion, Ravik. If you want to see another option instead, I'm fine with any option here. I've already done everything for Yes Men's quests. I just need to talk to him and activate the Battle Hoover Dam, so I'm not locked out of anything if I piss off the Legion or... I mean, the Legion's already pissed them off, but the NCR, it's no problem. If not, then I could probably just do a roll of dice and just go crazy with it. Keep in mind though, even if we go for the peaceful route, we can still go to the we can still go to the areas that the missiles blow up because the funny part about this game is designed where these are different cells and we cannot get access to them until we technically shoot the missile. So we can use the console command to get access to these areas if we wanted to, even if we do the peaceful solution. Which honestly, what I'm leaning towards too, I really do want to do. I'm gonna lean towards cancel the launch, and I'll probably just use the console command if anyone wants to see the what the area is unlocked. They are pretty difficult. Like they're more more in-game areas to unlock, and you get some cool gear from the enemies. But we're gonna attempt to cancel the launch here. The board code is encrypted with incredibly advanced pre-war military encryption sequence. You had to be able to cope. You had to be a code-breaking robot to crack it. Let's ask Ready for help.
Experiment log 369248/A. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. Initial tests of the override system are promising. Against unsecured or lightly encrypted targets, the iBots have a 98% success rate. More heavily protected systems are still problematic. Military-grade encryption presents a very real possibility of critical overload of key systems. We've stopped tests before any robots were destroyed. But if we don't address the problem, our iBots will fry themselves hacking military networks.
Based on that very ominous description, Eddie's saying straight up telling us he can sacrifice himself to stop the launch, which, yeah. Alongside this kind of creature will kill you. There has to be another way, or nah. Unfortunately, this is the end for Eddie here. If you're really sure you want to do this, okay. Go ahead and stop the missile. And goodbye. Of course, we can choose the other options and go after the NCR Legion, but sorry, Eddie. I must say, this place is poorly built with all these explosions happening, and slow it down because Eddie's going to die here. No, Eddie. You have lost Eddie's enhanced sensor perks. No, I want to pick up that piece. Anyways. Thank you, Sentry Bot. Let's all get out of here. We outie. Passengers Crockers off the special round. Let's take the bumper sword with us. Out of here. Uh-oh. When Eddie's circuits burn into the fires of the divide, there's one small part that held on until the end. Ah! As a last gesture, he sent one last signal to his counterpart in the Mojave, passing along what the courier had taught him to divide. Okay, Roar, I need you to sit down real quick. Thank you. Hey, Senator, sit down. I was afraid saying, but for now, the courier knew Eddie's history and could carry it even to
Hopeville
something.
burned, lightless in the night. Invisible fires of radiation scorching it from within and without. It is said a man still walked its streets with a tattered jacket, an old world flag etched on the back. He remained there, perhaps as punishment for the scars he left on the wastes, or a reminder of a history he could not forget. For Ulysses, his journey was over. The courier had been the end of his road. As for the courier, he turned his back on his home for the second time and made his way back, navigating the treachery of the divide. Tunnelers and the marked men avoided the lone figure, as if recognizing the courier's right to passage, or out of fear. The courier walked until he stood again upon the edge of the divide, the last road he would walk before the second battle for Hoover Dam. There, beside his feet, was a final package from one courier to another. A footlocker bearing a gift and a message. But that message, it is something for couriers to carry, and for them alone. The lights flickered across the divide, reminders that the old world histories persist and find meaning in the present. It said, war, war
That's not what I
never
like.
changes. Men do, through the roads they walk. And this road has reached its end.
Another good line from this DLC. They take the war never changes, but men do. Down the roads they walk. Nice addition there. Fires Armageddon. The divide broke cities, flayed skin from bone, and threatened to destroy the world. But you survived it, and it stopped it. You could put a single point into any of your special attributes. You also gain reputation with the followers of the Apocalypse and the Brotherhood Seal for stopping another Armageddon. And this, from my understanding, is the only way to get idolized with Brotherhood Seal. You can never. I think there's no way to get idolized with the Brotherhood Seal. I have no idea what this does for you, but this is the only way to do so. Like, you have to get the peaceful resolution for the divide, or the Lonesome World DLC. But with that, we're going to invest into. I think we got decent luck, intelligence. It won't matter much. I think I want more perception. We need more luck, or not luck, accuracy with our vets. That's it. The end. Ulysses' final message. Holy crap! There's a bunch of stuff here. Ulysses' final message. Let's hear it.
Last tape, last message. In case you best me. If you're hearing this, you have, through blood or word, this message and all that lies with it. It is for you, courier. If you want to know the why of things. This world, I've walked a good part of it. I stopped only because of you. What you did gave me pause. Long ago, I crossed the Colorado, the first among the Legion to see Hoover Dam in all its glory. An old world wall, yet bridging two sides. And beyond it, a symbol of a two-headed bear. An idea great enough to challenge Caesar himself. Might kill him taking it, whether he won or lost. The bull needs to fight, needs the challenge. Without it, it falters, dies in the dust. Might be a lesson there, in you and me. Leave the thought behind the message to you. My message is this. The destruction that has been wrought at the divide, or elsewhere, if you can stop me, it can happen again. It will keep happening. If war doesn't change, men must change, and so must their symbols. Even if it is nothing at all, know what you follow, courier. Just as I followed you to the end. Whatever your symbol, carry it on your back and wear it proudly when you stand at Hoover Dam.
That is true, yeah, Ulysses. You know, he could probably get along with Darla. Maybe, who knows, maybe Darla might have a thing for bulls if Ulysses introduced her to the topic of bulls. Get her some bull plushies. But, oh, I love this. We have an army of Deathclaws and her son, and they're all beautiful. But yes, that is indeed the end of Lonesome Road DLC, and I definitely love what Ulysses had to say at the end there, which I think I'm trying to wonder what was the one that got to me is where it's the fact that if Corey didn't stop from doing that, he would have continued just causing chaos in the world and just trying to keep up with his crazy logic of destroying nations to create peace, which is something about the Enclave. I feel like that's something the Enclave and the Master wanted to do. The third game, same thing with the Enclave. I guess I don't remember much of the plot of the third game, but yeah, it's something that all these factions that rose up that have these awful militaristic and very violent rhetoric of just usually is not the way. I say it's not the way to go because otherwise you inspire people to go down the same path and challenge you once again. It's only natural, even through peaceful methods as well. It really depends on your whole, pretty much on your core beliefs and whatever your faction, whatever your ideals stand for. It's always the look at them taking out Scorpion to do anything. But yeah, that's the message here, which it could be interpreted different ways, but that's how I gathered that from that. And as much as I would say Fallout New Vegas has its flaws with the DLCs, the writing has been phenomenal, and I think this is one of those games where I wouldn't mind just if all you do is just play the video of all the dialogue in the game, especially the DLCs. I wouldn't mind just hearing it again because it's. I'm not sure to say the voice acting helped out as well. The voice acting is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, like it's decent, but the writing, whoever wrote the writing's phenomenal. Jay Sawyer, man, fantastic individual who wrote this series. I should look into what other stuff he's done as well. Oh, is that a hostile big corner? No. Okay. How much time do I have? Oh, very loud, Leroy. I have about 30 minutes, so. Whoa! What? Wait, where? What'd you do to that big corner? Why?
Glad that's over.
What did that big corner ever do to you? I mean, I'll take its meat, but what did that big corner ever do to you? You're still full. Okay, we got 30 minutes, and now I think what I want to do is, yeah, and see, I should have just launched out a missile directly to this guy here. Only this guy. Sure, it might impact the whole area here, but it might even take out the big horn he just killed. But no, let's send a missile just to this guy. He deserved it definitely. But anyways, I do like to finish the main story of the game. Now we finished the DLCs. But before we do that, we still have some unfinished business involving the ending slides of the game, I feel. I think we're ready to finish Arcade's personal quest. I think Lily as well. I think we finished with every companion. Right now, we need to go to Camp Golf, because that's another place we need to work on. I don't recall where it's at. I'm not sure it's next to Boulder City. Huh. It's right here, isn't it? This area? It's been a while. Now I see what Ulysses mean about eradicating of the NCR just being awful. Just eradicating random wildlife. Oh, one important thing, by the way, I forgot to do. We do want to go back to the Divide for some reason. Canyon Wreckage, right? Yep. Something very important we can do. Let's keep going. There he is. Apparently Ulysses is psychic and he can float on above the ground.
Full circle. Walked your road. Now back again. Something else in you needing an answer.
I got your final message.
Didn't think I'd be breathing to hear you say that. Message isn't important. Meaning is. Had to speak of it, in case the words got lost in paper, ink, or others' voices. Maybe even yours in time. Still meant for you. Courier, the courier, belongs to you now, or history. Doesn't matter.
Very moody guy, but you know, honestly, I don't blame him after he's so pretentious. I want to follow that cliff. I mean, honestly, like she's pretentious, sure, and it could get can be a little bit annoying, but I do understand where he's coming from. Like for a guy who witnessed pretty much a whole city being leveled with a bunch of nukes, and who knows all the people. Well, he never says it, but who knows of all the people he's talked to in his one area gone within a flash. So now I shouldn't be assuming things about people, but it's one of those things where, you know, I could understand why he's acting like this based on what he's witnessed. Like honestly, I probably would have done the same thing. Like I probably would have talked in useless riddles or phrases if I witnessed a bunch of people gone out of smoke. That does think to people, by the way, believe it. Like whether depending on how you feel about that, but now like it is the temptation to push him off is there. I'm not gonna lie, but like it's hard. We gotta listen to we can't listen to our intrusive thoughts. We gotta be strong. But oh yeah, you can tell him what we did here. He's being shouted at the hedgehog. True. You could say it like that, but let's see. I mean, the one thing about if he's gonna be Shadow the Hedgehog, we can have him talk about the Hoover Dam. So it's like I think there was that scene with a lot of people meme about Shadow saying, "Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?" But anyways, with that out of the way, we can actually tell him about House. Yeah, let's tell him that.
House spoke, acted through machines. Sometimes can judge a man by his messengers. Sometimes the messengers judge him. Wonder what happens to Vegas now. The tribes, families. We'll see.
If Vegas falls apart, it seems like more history will be lost.
What you did was for the best. The old world died long ago. Anyone who believes they can make it return, and everything will be as it was. It is a dangerous belief. Needs to be silenced before their belief spreads. If you saw a house, you didn't see a man. An old world spirit, perhaps. Filthy, diseased. If so, killing him was mercy, not cruelty.
You could come with me, you know. Beat her, Hoover Dam, and help me change the symbols of men.
Not my way. If my life burns out here, so be it. Still, to have helped carry out such an act, and not face it.
Exactly. If what we did at the Defy is to matter, we need to cement a victory at the Dam. Or you said action shows strength, but you want to say that I want to change the. Let's send the top one.
There is truth in your words. There is a shadow of a nation behind you, the hope of a people. Your actions have carried strength. If we must survive to carry its message, then that is what shall be done. I will not let America die here. Let's make something new from the old. The Mojave awaits.
Ulysses is giving you the Shadow of the Bull perk. So, well, he's not gonna move from there, but I think he will follow us. That's once we exit out of here. I don't know how accurate this is, but I believe Ulysses was intended to be a companion. Now, I do not know if it was cut because of time constraints or it didn't work with the lore of the game. But I found a mod which stores that, which we're gonna have more pretentious dialogue from this guy, but I'm not gonna lie, he does say some interesting things. Like I can't deny that. So specifically, he says something. I think it's him, Ulysses, Marcus, the super mutant, and who else? I think Boone as well. Boone also talks about this, but some characters have my fair. Like they say some good lines about the Caesar Legion and why I believe no matter what you do, they will always fall for one reason: Caesar's death. when like the guy is egoistic to the point where he didn't realize how much of an influence and impact he's made the faction to revolve around him, and once he's gone, then what? His short-term faction is gone. It's over with. It's dead. Once he's dead. So I really just think that Caesar, despite all the things he says, he's really not thinking smart about. It seems to me more he just wants to destroy factions. That's it. He just wants to get rid of the NCR. He wants to get rid of unite everything to go kill everything, and then once everything's been destroyed or killed, then what? And once he's dead, the same question: what then? And I love how all the characters, like the characters I brought up, they said the same thing. When Caesar's gone, so is the Legion itself. Like they won't be gone overnight, but people begin to bicker, and there will be a power struggle within each other. And I don't know if I said this, but it's similar to the expanding universe or Legends now, sadly, in Star Wars lore with the Empire. Like when the Emperor died, all the admirals of the Empire became warlords and pretty much try to take as much territory they can for themselves, and there's a whole rivalry between each other. So the Empire has become fractured and into these small territories controlled by the warlords due to former admirals of the Empire, which I love that writing. When you have a faction when the leader of a faction that's ruled by intimidation and might is right mindset, like once that leader's dead, that same mindset will continue to haunt everybody and make everybody paranoid of just losing that power that they're enjoying, and thus learning from what the leader has established for them with the whole might is right mindset and just pretty much, go crazy with power. They're gonna do the same thing. They're trying to solidify as much power they can for themselves. It's something that I love. It's something I wish Star Wars showed you how once the Empire, once the Emperor is dead, what the warlords are doing, and I just love that plot so much. Anyways, that's just me geeking out over this type of fiction writing with a power struggle after a infamous leader's dead. Something I've always enjoyed in fiction, how it's handled. We still have to go to Camp Gulf, right? I don't know. It was near Boulder City. I know it was near this. It's around here. Around a lake somewhere. Start with the deserted shack. Exactly. It's a trope that I don't know if people get sick of it, but I'm a sucker for that trope. Like I do love watching a unified power, empire, faction, you name it. Once the leader's dead, how it crumbles and watch the process of it. It's nice read. Also, just to add as well, another unrelated, but another trope that I love is I know it's a tricky one. Excuse me. I know this is one of those tropes that's kind of hard to get to, but I will admit I'm a sucker for those stories where it's like another alternate dimension or another world, if that makes sense. It's pretty much the protagonist, but they become evil, and vice versa with the antagonist. Now they're also good. I'm a sucker for that trope. Like I do love that so much, especially with Injustice. Injustice is so fun to look at that. Injustice, even Justice League had an episode with that. And for anyone who, if it wasn't obvious from my profile picture, I'm a huge no, let me joke about this. I hate Fire Emblem. Yeah, but if it's based on my profile picture, I think Fire Emblem is the worst game. No one should try it. It's like nah, okay. And in truth though, I'm a huge nerd for Fire Emblem. I think it's it's a good franchise. I don't want to claim it's the best one, but it's a fun one for me to look into. Good war stories. But there's a DLC for the newest one, Fire Emblem Engage. It's called Fel Xenologue. It's pretty much that plot point. The lords of there's the 4 countries. Like the 4 lords were able to get along with each other in the original story. The DLC, yeah, it is like a isekai. Isekai, it's like you said. Um, it's kind of like that, but you're in this world where all the lords of these four territories, their personality has been reversed, and they're all distrust, like they don't trust each other. They actually despise each other. It comes to the point where they even want to kill each other. Like they actually some of them enjoy the thought of just killing their former friends or allies. It's crazy. There's it's its own story on its own, and I think I read someone where explained that the pacing wasn't done well, or it could have been done better. But yeah, I do love the DLC. The DLC is fantastic. Like it is a good. It gives you the feels knowing what happened in that world, but I won't say more. Maybe one day I can stream a Fire Emblem game. Maybe the one I can definitely try. The one I definitely have in my library is Three Houses and of course Engage. We'll see where I'll take it from there. But for now, Fallout. I think if I'm done with New Vegas, I don't know if I'll jump into Oblivion or if I'll jump into Half-Life. We'll see what happens from here.
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
All right. Hopefully you can with your Legion armor. That definitely won't cause everybody to think you're part of the Legion. Anyways, one of the endings for New Vegas requires us to help out a group called the Misfits, and I think we start by talking to this guy, right? Sergeant
I've been
McCready.
hearing some rumors from the embassy that Mr. House has gone quiet all of a sudden. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Nah, he's from what I understand, he's having a nice massage, like something involved with electricity. He's fine though. He's doing alright. How do you like serving the army, or how did you end up at Camp Golf?
I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the day, this camp was the hotspot for conflicts with the Legion, Raider tribes, you name it. These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline into the soldiers under my command. Gotten soft with no action.
Funny, I thought this is where they sent the washouts and losers.
Yeah, well, somebody has to wrangle those washouts and losers. Somebody's got to turn them into a real fighting force.
Sounds like you're a little disappointed in your troops.
Disappointed. We call them the Misfits for a reason. They're undisciplined, lazy, and they have absolutely no esprit de corps. The squad leader's got some promise, kid named Max. But as for the rest, I don't see much hope. I'm going to make them shape up if it kills me, though. Or them, for that matter.
Alright. They're dead meat. Maybe I can help you with them in their shape.
You're welcome to try. Hell, maybe they'll listen to somebody they don't see as an authority figure.
Alright, do we have the quest? Flags of our follow-ups. This is the quest here. Like, if someone tells me, hey, I got a group of misfits, can you help me trade them? Okay. Hear me marching my way towards them, and what is it, caps? There we go. Look what we have behind us, approaching us. A conga line of dinosaurs behind us. With our skull, like, we lost all of our flesh, and even our brain is gone. We just have a skull for a head. We have glasses, we have a... I didn't realize our character looks kind of badass like this, by the way, from the front angle. Holy hell. We look so intimidating. We just have a conga line of dinosaurs behind us, and then we're gonna tell these guys, hey, we've been sent to help you guys train better, so...
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time. Radio says you stopped the president's assassin cold. Not bad.
More like I used the power of the sun to defeat the assassin, but... Sergeant McCready asked me to talk to you about getting your squad in shape.
He did, huh? Well, good luck with that. You'd have an easier time teaching rad roaches to march in formation.
Can't be as hard as all that. What needs to get done?
Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to get this whole squad out on the practice range. Shape up our marksmanship and explosive skill. I'm sure the others have their own ideas, though.
Okay, let's get them out on the range.
Are you sure? I've got enough clout to get them started, but these guys are pretty lazy. I doubt they'll want to be pulled in different directions.
Yeah, let's... I don't know, there's a...
Damn. Just thinking about it makes me nervous.
There's a lot of ways to handle this quest. This guy... Poindexter, he'll want you to help them cheat exams, which they'll die because they're inexperienced. This guy, Raz, is gonna tell you to get him some, I think, cycles or something, and then they'll get executed for using drugs or something. Was it? No, they'll just get court-martialed for using drugs. They'll just get a banding.
Nelson's back in our hand. Y'all sure are a big old hero.
I don't remember what
I
he's.
gotta write my mama and tell her I met you. To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. A little more basic human niceness.
What do you mean?
Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other.
So you think I should find ways to convince the misfits to get along?
That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. So maybe you ought to think about it first. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am. Or they ain't gonna listen.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So the other option is, yeah, you had to convince everybody to be respectful for each other, and I think you do her. I don't remember the order. I might be wrong, but the misfits train, then you get everybody to talk to each other to respect each other, and then you get more experience by doing that. Doesn't matter for me now, but I think it matters if you're trying to get more NCR reputation, because I think that might increase it. But we'll see what we can do here.
Hell of a battle at Nelson. Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR army.
Sound like you're too fond of the squad mates.
Yeah. I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me.
Well, maybe if you try to leave an example instead of tearing them down.
You really think so? Hell, I guess it's worth a shot.
Did I cancel, training for squad mates? Feeling bad. Can I not train them anymore? Uh-oh. We're gonna train them because I think that's... I think the get them to respect each other works as well, but I do want to train them as well. Because it makes sense, you know? Then I'm kind of afraid that I think you have to train them to make them fight efficiently. It's been a while. I could probably look it up now, but let's just do this.
Radio says you stop.
Get them in shape. We'll help to train them. Let's get on the range. Let's do it. It's so weird that if you talk to that guy, it actually locks out everybody. It locks her from doing that, the training session for their troops, which it's weird. Can I be honest with you? For anyone watching, this is probably one of the best things I've witnessed in playing New Vegas. I'm surprised I haven't done this earlier, where I just recruited an army of Deathclaws for my companions. It just never ceased to make me smile seeing these dinosaurs follow me. Like, I really just want to hug them so badly. Sometimes I just in life all I want is just a dinosaur, just a whole one. As I ride the low slopes of life, if that makes sense. I feel like that's something I wish everybody can have that a chance. I need to get a Deathclaw plushie. Alright, Mags. Everybody's here. This guy just... Nice weapon. You got a nail gun with a space helmet. You got a... Well, that's a decent weapon. It's something that's good against power armor. You have a literal, like a plasma cannon of some kind. I forgot what's it called. And then this dude with his iron knuckles. Brass knuckles.
Okay, everybody's lined up.
Alright. Take positions where you can cover each other and stay focused.
You heard the man, people. Get focused.
Take your time. Pick your shots and tell your squad mates who you're shooting at.
I've got the one at 11 o'clock. Raz, O'Hanrahan, take the two on the right. Poindexter, the center.
Exhale before you fire. Squeeze the trigger. Don't jerk it.
Right. Exhale, squeeze. Focus on the shot.
Well, I think that well, don't you?
Thanks for the help. I think the whole unit's doing a lot better now. Hell of a battle at Nelson. I'm impressed our troops survived.
There's only one guy shooting at the targets here, but anyways. So the shooting range practice take care of things?
It helped, but we still got a grenade range inspection to pass.
Get the troops lined up, I'll help you with it.
After the help you gave us at the shooting range, we'll take any advice you've got. I'll line them up.
Alright, folks, get over there. Once you're there, it's best she didn't launch anything. Yeah, that's my fear. My fear is that because this guy has a brass knuckles. And my fear is that he's gonna run up here and get himself blown up by the grenades.
Smart move for the Kings to back down. They didn't know who Nelson's back in
Wait.
our hands. I hope
It's been a long
you know,
tour.
if you were serving,
All I can think about
you'd
now is
probably
going
be
back
halfway
home.
to general by now.
No. Oh, don't tell me. These guys are glitched because they don't have explosive weapons on them.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Oh no. Wait a minute. This is bad.
The Lucky 38's all lit up because someone infiltrated the El Dorado and flipped a switch.
Wait a minute. Can I fix this? Can this be What have I done? What have I done? It's a resurrect command. I didn't mean literally like an actual low effort resurrect command like a necromancer would have done. Exactly. Oh my god. Does this fix it though?
With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out.
No, I refuse. Keep resurrecting these folks. Keep doing it. I don't care. Just have explosives on you or something. Let's get a better outfit for you. That works.
Okay, we've got our dummy grenades.
That works. Oh my god, that works. Oh my god, I do not want to change her. I want to keep her as that. That is a fantastic outfit. All right. So explosives. To start, pull the pin, let it cook off for a count of 3, then throw.
Right, easy enough. 1, 2, 3.
Don't pitch it like a baseball. Lob it. You want a good solid arc.
Solid arc. Check. Lob 'em up and over, people.
Don't worry about accuracy. Use the grenades to break up clusters of enemies.
Hold the grenades for groups, squad. Hit them in clusters and send them running.
I think that will, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Thanks. I think we might survive this now.
Oh, I think we'll survive this perfectly well. I think, taking injuries is the less severe concern. I mean, the problem is though, bones are pretty fragile, depending on what type of bones you are. Maybe you might add adamantium bones like a Wolverine has, but yeah, I think your training's done well. Quick save, I love this.
A bunch of units just got mobilized to Hoover Dam.
How's the squad doing?
Thanks to you, I think we're in good shape. The squad seems to be functioning much better as a unit now.
Perfect. I think now we can talk to, or is it too late? No, get back. I want to see you again. Where are you? O'Hara, get up. I still got more to talk to you about.
Shooting guns is real
Ah.
scary, but I think
Okay, so that's fine. As long as they got experience, they're okay. That's one ending done. What else is there? The Fiends. Now, before I take on the Fiends, there's something we gotta talk to Captain Karen. I forgot the guy's name. We gotta talk to him because we gotta rescue someone. Uh oh. Excuse me?
Teach you to mess with me.
Lucky Shades? Sure, but how did you not die from that? Oh, you're badly damaged. Oh! Oh! This guy.
hey,
We need to clone this guy. He literally just face tanked a Fat Man launcher. Sure, he's probably gonna get radiation poisoning tomorrow, but we need more of this guy. This guy just straight up just ate a mini nuke to the face like it's nothing. Sure, it's low yield, but damn. But yes, just another day of randomized New Vegas. It's all good. My Deathclaw friend is definitely not floating in the air. I'm hallucinating all of this. Just give it a blowfly meat. Nope, it's not gonna evolve yet. Let's trade equipment. I got something for you to keep. Where's that famine launcher? Oh, it's broken. Drop it here. It's pointless to keep around because it's poop. Wait, we can repair it? Oh no, but I don't want to repair the missile launcher. Okay, even better. Yeah, you're in my mind, Rafik. That's probably the better option. For a second, I thought that's another location, but wait a minute. Did I turn my bounty in for what's his face? Did I finish that quest? I'm actually quite curious. I might have done it. Right? I kind of forgot what was that quest called. I might have done it already. Maybe. Like, is it a job? No, it's... I probably could look this up on my own time, but I need to see. What is that quest called again for, the sergeant guy? Like, for the bounty for the fiends. I forget what's it called. I don't even know if I did it already. Oh, crap. Yep. 3-card bounty, okay. It's kind of those times where I wish I have set this better, but oop. Did I finish that quest already? I kind of wish there was a way to check easily. It would have been my miscellaneous, I think, if all the stuff I've, Yeah, right, I think, because I remember killing some of the fiends unless I turned them in already. I don't remember. If he's not here, then most likely I've already finished that quest. Let's see if I can find him. Is it you?
Hey.
No, they're still here means, yeah, the fact that they're still here means that I haven't finished that quest. I don't know where... Little Buster...
Just thinking about it makes me nervous.
Look at this guy. They got troops ready for, the damn... Sniper here. 10 of spades. Yeah, I'm not sure where he's at.
Smart move for the things to back down.
Can I wait? Yeah, let's wait. He should be here in the morning time, I think. Still upset how they changed this way mechanic in Fallout 4, but wait, let's not use his weapon. Let's use there he is. We need to talk to this guy. Make sure we finish this quest as well. As a reminder that there's some
Got
fiends.
any more good news for me?
The fiends, from my understanding, the fiends killing the fiends also is a good ending for the New Vegas. That's something I want to make sure I
You killed
remember.
another one. Well, well, well. Driving the Phi. Nothing to say, you son of a bitch. No tips on my golf swing. Lost a lot of good men to this, Psycho. I guess we can send first recon down to Camp Forlorn Hope. That's 2 psychopaths dead. If that's true, that'd be the last of them. Yeah, that's Cook. Ugh, did he always smell like this?
What do you mean? What do you mean something's not right about this guy? He looks like he's got the He's definitely a soldier for the NCR, right? He's got the proper outfit.
No, he's dead. Here's your caps. You've been one hell of a stroke of good luck, you know that? Those 3 scumbags probably killed 20 NCR troopers. And you bring them down alone. Wish I had a few grunts as good as you. Am good working with you.
Look, his mouth is upside down. I can see it, yeah. It looks kind of sad. I mean, wouldn't blame him for all the crazes he has to deal with the fiends. Now with that, we're missing one more fiend, which is I don't remember what the guy's name was. Not Driver Nephi. I think we have the quest here, right? His name is Sloan? No, right? Motor Runner, yeah. Motor Runner is the last guy we gotta deal with, but we gotta talk to someone before we do that. And speaking of talking to people to do that, we're gonna finish a few more quests and I'll call it quits on the stream. Oh, Colonel James Shue.
Look who it is. I haven't had the privilege, but I'm told you've been an angel on our shoulder. What can we do for you at Camp Karen?
These guys with their outfits choices. But anyways, you know, I'm gonna say is that I'm guessing they're trying to fool people thinking they're not part of the military. Maybe it's Halloween time, but even then, I think it's mostly. I think.
Unfortunately, no.
Don't
Sounds
remember
like they
where to ask.
It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it.
Nah. Yeah, how are things?
Could be. We set up here with our. If any.
We keep asking about the fiends.
Now we're trying to secure. And in the meantime, so we're in a whole. Everything was going according, but our 2 main objectives, and we're holding Hoover Dam. It's our main base. From here we handle most, usually general.
I guess we can ask this here.
You don't cook by any chance, do you? Honestly, we're fighting a lot of.
Here we go, the
We've got
fiends.
the Legion,
We need to ask about the fiends here.
as in chem fiends. They set up shop in, but every day there's more of them. Hell of a thing losing a ranger.
Yeah, here we go. I'll go to Vault 3 and see if I can find your ranger.
That vault is a hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one would think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot. Watch for civilians, too. But the man you're looking for is Bryce Anders. You hear something like a chainsaw, you've found Motor Runner.
We'll do the Legion prisoner another time.
Oh my god. Are you the one who saved President Kimball?
Yes. I'll be sure not to piss you off.
With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out.
Sure, whatever you say, generic NCR trooper. Oh, absolutely. It's not gonna destroy the building that's already damaged. It's like probably given away due to the, constant all the years passed by without proper maintenance. Definitely a good idea to expose a weapon in a old construction, let's say building. Oops, searching the screen there. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. We still have to, Crime River. Let's talk to Followers of the Apocalypse. We want to talk to them to recruit of someone that's part of the
Courier.
someone that's part of the Great Council, they're called. First I call them the Cons. I don't remember that. There's something. It's been a while since I. Here, I can even just look it up here. Great Cons. Yes, I was right. What's this? I'm going to be mugged by a random person when I have 3 dinosaurs with me. Oh no, this is the hardest fight ever. Whatever shall we do? Aha, he says, and they're all just knocked down instantly. Let's pick this up. Where's my... Here. Let's feed. I love it when it just get up close to your face like that. Alright. Let's see, did you grow? Not yet. Let's trade some things here. Do you have the mini special? Yes, can take that because that's a good weapon. We're gonna repair it. Where's that mini special? Exactly, he wants his head. Someone wants to boop his snout. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the Gallon laser gun. I was getting confused for a second. Yeah, use the plasma cast to repair this bad boy, and then this would repair with a Gallon laser.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right?
What? Oh, the
Kings.
Kings.
Keep up the good work.
I should recognize that. I got confused because I heard the voice, but the moment I saw that he had that gear, I was like, wait a minute, who are you? Oh, you are part of the Kings. Oh, I double check to make sure. I wish we had the option to boop these death claws on their snouts. And in those. Hey, Stripe. I love them. Alright. Followers. We gotta get to them. We gotta talk to the followers, we're gonna finish this one quest, and then we're gonna finish, wrap up everything with, the Great Khans, with, yes, the Courier. Where are you? Julie Farkas? Holy! Well, I guess Julie ain't screwing around anymore. She's ready to defend, kick anyone's ass, is willing to threaten people who are being harassed by anyone that don't deserve it.
If things don't go well at the dam, all of our efforts here could be for nothing. I hope to God the Legion doesn't win control.
That's why I'm putting on armor that represent that I am part of Legion. I met a kid who's unsatisfied with the life of the Great Khans. Would you take him on as a follower?
We're always looking for new members. Does he have any particular talent?
He's kind of a poet. Yeah.
Well, I suppose we could always use another junior archivist in the library.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You're not gonna miss him. I'm just gonna finish some quests, Ravik. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully he has a nice rest. I'll be just finishing some quests and that's it. I'll definitely end the stream right about finishing these, quests that just to get things done, Alright, silence. Now we can go to the Great Khans so we can get this out of the way. These death claws. Where are you? I want to get this done quickly as I can. These quests I'm doing right now don't have any significance. Like they don't change the ending at all. But I still like to get some closure with some of these characters, if that makes sense. Assuming I don't die to fall damage and do that again. There we go, perfect. Stim pack time. Doctor's bag, stim packs. It's amazing how fast the Deathclaws run, by the way. Can never outrun them.
That's terrible.
Alright.
How much ass did you have to kick to get Papa Khan to like you so much?
Not much. I'd like to hear, or here you go. The followers have agreed to take you as a member. Head to the Mormon Fort.
He did? Oh, that's great.
With that, we level up. Let's survival's maxed out. We're gonna max out explosives. Do more damage with it. We're still 49, and we can get something very. We can't get any of these perks, but I do want something. Change your name? Nah, let's not. Yukar was left a pre-war military device that controls an automatic missile salvo. Once you upload the coordinates and activate it, a devastating missile salvo will rain from the sky. Yep. Definitely not the reason why I invented explosives. I definitely do not want any more powerful doomsday weapons on my arsenal. In fact, I could probably show it off before I end this. I'll probably do it in the next stream. That I refuse to answer your question with a random generic person. Abba Dabba Honeymoon, the last one. Then I'm done for today. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we are. You? No, you're Jack. Diane.
Did you make that delivery yet?
I finished the Vault 3 run.
And you didn't even get skinned alive. I'm impressed. Here's your payment.
9 bottle caps, you kidding? You learned the contact trick special move. To use this technique, initiate a power attack while moving left or right. You scoop up a handful of dirt and throw it in the enemy's face, momentarily distracted him. Pocket sand! Alright. With that, I'd say this is a perfect time to call it quits for the stream here. Then we out of here. Perfect. Thanks again for everyone dropping by to check out the stream and our VOD. I really appreciate it. This is kind of I did should have called it quits there earlier, but I did want to get some small miscellaneous things done. Next, I don't know when. Once again, can't give guarantees when I'll stream. You know what? Maybe definitely tomorrow I'll be streaming. How about that? I think it should be good. Assuming, well, I can't keep. It's hard because it's just hard to tell from the schedule. But I hope I do have enough stamina for streaming. But I don't have nothing for a closure screen. But I can just do this. Where is it? Perfect. I love the screen so much. I don't know why. Bull and bear. Anyways, once again, I cannot stress enough. Thank you for everyone dropping by to check out the stream live and VODs. Even just 1 second, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm glad people can just, say here, just take a look, give my channel a chance, and even just there to say hi, hi for 1 second, just go. Perfectly fine. I'm hoping that everybody can have that same freedom of choice to do whatever they want in life, rather than feel like they're forced or restricted to do something. Like, always, I do want to hammer this down. Never let anyone force you to do something that makes you uncomfortable. If you want to, watch out for yourself, and if you have the stamina, and this is not a way to solidify or not solidify. Use what I'm saying as a crutch to be ridiculously selfish. If that makes sense. I feel like this is more of a common sense where don't forget your own needs before you look after other people's happiness. And if people are able to understand that hey, there's days where you can't be there let's be specific, right? If you can't be there for someone's stream, or you can't talk to someone today or whatnot, and if they're understandable, I'd say those are good friends already, and those are people you should stick around with who are willing to understand your needs. And if you have to, if you give them time, if they give you time and you give them time, I feel like that should work out in the end. Hopefully, like I said, this is all me. Hopefully, good vibes for everyone. So, I just hope that, friendships are complicated, or however, the whole streamer and viewer relationship is not always cut and dry, easy. You can give this situation, it's always the same. No, it's always different. So, my only hope is that everybody knows their limits and knows their own needs and what they want, their own desires, before everyone can interact with each other and and not forget their own needs, if that makes sense. But with that, I do have to cut this stream as I cut it out right here. So thanks again for everyone dropping by as usual. Thanks again for being you. And if you haven't done so already, as usual, the message: please do treat yourself something nice, whatever you can. Take a break. Go get a nice meal. Go take a nice walk. Work out. Do something very healthy. Something to help preserve your healthy. Good. Yes, good English right there. Do something to keep yourself mentally and physically healthy and happy. You definitely deserve it. And with that, I'll see you folks later, and hopefully I can give a good announcement when I'll stream. Bye!